Ukraine as U.S. and Ukrainian officials report progress in weekend talks in Geneva. The discussion centered around a 28-point U.S. plan for bringing the war to a close. The BBC's Imogen Folks in Geneva.
We did have the statement from the White House overnight saying that very good progress had been made and that Ukraine's sovereignty would be respected. There, I think, is some hope for the Ukrainians, because that wasn't really in there before, but there'd been a lot of stuff that Ukraine was supposed to give up, like land it hadn't even lost to Russia yet, like hope of joining NATO, like reducing the size of its army. So to say that its sovereignty will be respected, that's inching in the right direction.
And on social media this morning, President Trump sounding a cautiously optimistic tone. Bird flu and another disease have shrunk the U.S. turkey population to a 40-year low this year. Wholesale turkey prices expected to be up more than 40% as a result, but Michigan State University food economist David Ortega says that for consumers, there are bargains out there.
Seeing some promotions being implemented in an effort to draw customers into the store. So even though prices have increased over the past couple of years, consumers can still expect to see a lot of promotions, a lot of sales as we get further into the holiday season.
Many Americans who are traveling this week may run into some dicey weather. Forecasters say 2/3 of the country could experience some kind of unsettled weather. Some places could get snow, others rain. There's also a possibility of high winds and thunderstorms in some spots. On Wall Street, ahead of this morning's opening bell, the Dow futures 122 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say micro. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
Somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 people have died in devastating flooding in Vietnam and Thailand. Torrential weekend rains unleashing flooding and landslides, displacing tens of thousands.
Video from Thai broadcaster TPBS shows flooded streets in the southern city of Hat Yai, with residents wading through waist-high water or leaving on boats. Thailand's irrigation department says the average rainfall in 10 southern provinces last week and the rainfall in Hat Yai, a major economic hub in Songkhla province, is the highest in 300 years. The heavy rain that began a week ago has caused severe flooding and triggered landslides, as well as disrupting transportation and isolating dozens of communities. Experts say the extreme weather will badly affect Vietnam's coffee produce this year. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
Growing pressure for former Prince Andrew to give evidence to a U.S. congressional committee investigating the convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Townhall.com. Number of airlines have been canceling flights to Venezuela.
A warning by the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration to use caution when flying in Venezuela's airspace because of heightened military activity has at least 6 carriers suspending flights to the country indefinitely, according to the Airlines Association of Venezuela. They include Avianca and Iberia Airlines, and Turkish Airlines has suspended flights from November 24th to the 28th. On Friday, the FAA warned pilots that unspecified threats could pose a potential risk to aircraft at all altitudes, as well as planes taking off and landing in Venezuela, and even aircraft on the ground. I'm Donna Warder.
At least 5 families say their babies were treated for infant botulism after consuming By-Heart formula months before the current outbreak was even detected. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The tabloid said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio. Yeah!
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Thanksgiving Monday.
Countdown to Turkey Day.
Of course, kids and some parents hopefully still staring at the back of their eyelids this morning.
Dude, I had a complete just brain malfunction yesterday.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm not going to have my vehicle this afternoon because I'm going to be getting a repair done.
Oh, very good.
So I was in panic mode calling the kid's mom asking if she could pick them up today because I'm not going to be available. She's like, well, I could, but
there's no place to pick them up
Yeah,
from.
they're going to be home, so no.
I got them.
I'm like, oh, that's right. Lucky souls they are.
Yes. Yeah, they enjoying the week off. And, of course, Thanksgiving week is, let's face it, some of us are work today, but none of us are in the head at workspace today. Nobody's in workspace.
We're here.
Right.
But we're not here.
That's right. We're all thinking of various meats and potatoes. And
although, I got to say, now, I don't know 100% that this is the case. I'm going to give it a couple of days. This might be recency bias. I may have gotten my fill of it this weekend.
How about to say you over Thanksgiving?
I might be Thanksgiving down.
Well, and I don't remember if I was around you when I said this statement about a week and a half ago. Because I was doing the rounds, man. If you were offering a Thanksgiving sandwich, I was knocking on your door checking it out. Arby's, Firehouse, who else had? There was like 10 of them. But I hit them all.
Specifically Arby's and Firehouse. And the thing with those was
Subway.
They put them out far too early. Because we were like, ooh, it's out, and thanks to the internet, you find out about things pretty quickly.
Yeah. So I was hitting them hard and heavy. But about a week and a half out, I said, I got to stop. I'm not eating another turkey sandwich. I'm not doing anything Thanksgiving sounding like for at least, and so I laid off last week.
Nice.
So now I'm getting, I'm not ready. But come Wednesday,
I'm gonna need
chow down, baby.
I'm gonna need to avoid fall time foods for a couple of days. But by the way, huge thank you to Jocelyn for being the host home for our Friendsgiving.
Yeah,
it was awesome. I think we had when I had counted 15 at one point.
Oh, nice. 15 folks.
15 people. It was a long. We put two.
Was it like a potluck? Everyone brings a covered.
Everybody sort of brought not covered. I was responsible. This is great. I was responsible for bringing cranberry sauce, and I brought 2 cans. And they are still sitting on Jocelyn's counter because Misty brought real cranberry sauce and everybody just ate that. And that was enough.
Yeah, but I know you should have requested one of your opening of your cans.
I could have walked over and opened the can. I didn't want to go to the trouble. There was a lot of people and a lot of moving parts. So getting to places in the kitchen was complicated. And I'm a guy. I'm not supposed to be in their space anyway. That sounds horrible. I'm not supposed to be in the way anyways, so I tried to stay out of the way.
So you could have just been in the corner with your P-51.
Yep.
And then next thing you know.
But I did.
Canned cranberries for everybody.
I do have to give Misty credit because her cranberry sauce was delightful.
Good.
And, it was enough to scratch the itch.
Good.
I slummed it with whole berries this year.
I went ghetto and went with the fancy real stuff.
But yesterday I got a call from Misty. She's like, "You need to come over here and help us eat some of this."
So we round 2.
Did it again. Yeah, we went back over into.
So I'm pretty sure Thanksgiving Day you're like, let's have cheeseburgers or something. Man.
Yeah,
let's have tacos.
Well, and that's kind of the beauty of Thanksgiving this year. At least I'm glad that the kids are with their mom and they have the structure, but I'm free. I don't have to I'm not beholden to a certain schedule this Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So,
did y'all have ham and turkey?
Yeah.
Sweet.
It was real good. We Misty smoked the turkey.
Awesome.
I tried that last year. I couldn't keep it lit.
Well, I think I found out yesterday we too are having ham and turkey.
Oh yeah.
You rim-shotted yourself.
I did. Well, I mean, you kind of have to have. I feel like ham is maybe more of a Christmas thing than a Thanksgiving thing, but I will never kick a ham.
Come on in, Porky.
Kick a ham out of bed.
But yeah, because we're having a rather large gathering for Thanksgiving as well because we're going to my in-laws up in Albuquerque, so we'll stay there. But I know like my sister-in-law and her husband and kids, they're coming. They're bringing their in-laws, so it'll be my brother-in-law's family also with us. And he's bringing all his brothers, like their whole family.
Oh,
so
wow.
there's gonna be a bevy of people there.
Packed house, yeah, for sure.
And then I think there's a couple other people coming, just close friends. So I heard that they said, well, we're going to go ahead and get a ham too to cover off, and now all works out because one of my father-in-law, Ronnie, got me introduced into this, and now it's like a little tradition for me too. Is when we have ham and pimento cheese sandwich. Just ham and pimento cheese. It's a 10.
Now,
like the left of the ham and just pimento cheese.
Here's the problem with putting ham, holiday ham, on a sandwich, is it's never cut thin enough.
It's awesome. I prefer those.
Now, the pimento cheese, I'm not opposed to that. That sounds interesting, but.
No, real
not
ham,
bad at all.
not deli meat ham.
No, of course.
Yeah, real ham and that pimento cheese on the bread, it just hits an itch. It just hits a spot, man. It scratches an itch. It's just, you didn't know you wanted it till you had it. And then I had it, especially when you got the glaze from the ham on the outside mixing with the cheese and the bread.
That also seems, I mean, and I know pimento cheese is...
Keep this talk up. I might have to excuse myself.
I'm about to go dab the sides of my mouth. The thing with pimento cheese is it's also, I mean, yeah, it acts as a spread, but that feels like a very dry sandwich.
It's very not dry. No, there's enough mayonnaise and stuff in their pimento cheese mix that they have. That
mayonnaise,
or
really?
whatever creamy concoction that they mix in there. I don't know.
I always just thought it was pimentos and cheese spread. Of course, cheese spread.
They make their own, but they put a few things in there. So it's
Well, all right then.
But yeah, so now that's just a blessing. Like, ooh, there's gonna be more ham and turkey today.
I will say, if you're a fan of pimento cheese, I found something when I was on keto that was keto approved and appropriate, and also a really interesting and delightful change. And it's called palmetto cheese.
Okay,
they sell it right next to pimento cheese, and it's basically they replace pimentos with, I'm not real sure what, like something similar, but then the flavor profile is like 1-to-1.
Okay.
But it knocks out like 80% of the carb intake. So if you're, this holiday season, if you're looking to, keep the belt tight, just saying, for your pimento needs, palmetto cheese.
All right, I will check that out. But yeah, that's a 10. So I'm happy about all.
Yes, definitely looking forward to at least getting the traditions, out of the way, and then getting into the Christmas of it all.
Right.
I have like a quarter of my Christmas shopping done, at least for the kids. I haven't started, for the extended list yet, but
that's actually very good.
I'm way up compared to where I usually am.
Yeah, I'm impressed. That's like I haven't even got there yet.
I'm like 4 weeks ahead of schedule.
Good for you. Nice.
Usually I'm waiting on that last check of December to be like, well, I'll get my Christmas shopping done then.
Nice.
The one that we get on Christmas Eve.
See, you're becoming an adult.
No. Let's slow the train down on that one. All right. I've made a good decision or two. That's all that is.
And a few things fall my way.
Right. Haven't turned the car around. We just learned how to use the brakes a bit.
Yeah. Good. Well, and we'll see. That's where I'm like hearing, like you've started Christmas shopping. You're taking your car into the shop for service today. I mean, these are all adult things.
In fairness, my brakes now sound like someone is like a victim of some kind of horrific crime screaming in the night.
Are you yabba dabba doing it? Stop the car.
It's God help anybody who's been behind me for the past week. I've been driving like grandma.
Power slide. So
turning this way to go this way so I don't have to use the brake into turns.
So Will's getting the brakes done for you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Will. The man can stop.
I mean, I'm paying for it. Don't get me wrong, I'm paying for it. Right. But yes, it is a necessity, so it is getting done.
Although I'm sure you're probably getting a deal.
Yes and no. I've sort of like worked it out and this is just my own personal problem, but I don't want one.
Gotcha.
Like, I don't want a deal because I don't want somebody to hold it over my head. I gave you a great deal. Okay, do it. Charge me what you charge everybody else.
I got these cans of cranberry sauce I'm offering in barter.
Well, come to find out, apparently what I purchased was a lifetime supply of cranberry sauce because it's still hasn't been used.
Well, you know what? Just keep it around.
Mm-hmm.
Next year.
It doesn't ever expire.
All right.
Cranberries, they don't go bad.
Make this the bread maker from old school.
Right. Just gonna re-gift this cranberry sauce. Well, we actually have another Thanksgiving adjacent gathering next weekend too.
Right,
so
cranberry sauce for that too.
That's when it'll be busted out.
Good deal. All right, let me give you the rundown. Speaking of cranberry sauce, let me give you the rundown for today. We're going to replay some interviews for you. Justin Dominguez, he's the lead investigator of the District Attorney's Office here in the 5th Judicial District. He joined us on Thursday. Had a great conversation with him. We're going to play that for you in mere moments. In the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15 last week, we had Jim and Laura from The Gig join us, talking about their big Thanksgiving luncheon that's going to be on the courthouse lawn here on Thanksgiving. That's why it's called Thanksgiving Luncheon. And so we're going to play that interview for you. And then Charles Eastless, Undersheriff for the Sheriff's Department, joined us in the Friday, so we're going to play that for you in the 9 o'clock hour today.
Good.
Plus all of your newses of the local, national variety, Wall Street business updates and all that stuff. And whatever else we can come up with for today's show. But first, this is not existing. We'll find out together. Here's your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We're in pretty good shape for a while. It will be a little cool today, afternoon high in the upper 60s to about 70, but lots of sunshine and the wind should stay pretty light. Overnight will be clear with upper 30s, and then we're looking at upper 60s for the high on Tuesday, maybe 70. Lots of sunshine. Cold front drops in on Tuesday night, so it will be cooler on Wednesday, mid-50s and sunny. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 44 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 71% with winds out of the west at 7 miles per hour. For today, sunny and 69, near 70, but not quite. 69 our expected high. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Clear tonight with an overnight low of 37. West winds at around 5 miles per hour. Tuesday, sunny and 68 with northwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, mostly clear, overnight low of 34 degrees. Winds out of the northeast at about 5 miles per hour. For your Wednesday, the eve of Thanksgiving, sunny skies, cooler, 58 for a high. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Wednesday night, clear, overnight low of 30. For you Thanksgiving Day, sunny skies, mid-60s, 64 for a high. Thursday night, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 36. Friday, partly cloudy, 66 for a high there. Saturday for... Oh, by the way, congratulations to the Roswell Coyotes and the Artesia Bulldogs, both advancing. Gadsden They came. That was a close game. They were actually leading at halftime, but Roswell rallied the troops and got the big win. So Artesia and Roswell square off for a championship game on Saturday at the Bulldog Bowl. We will have that for you right here on the radio. But if you're going to head out there on Saturday, at least here in Roswell, sunny and 67. Artesia will be right around that, give or take a degree or two. And then we drop down into the mid-50s, sunny, partly cloudy, and 54 on Sunday there. So that's what we're looking at weather-wise for the week. It is 7:20. Let's go ahead and take a commercial break. Then we'll play our interview with Justin Dominguez from the District Attorney's Office. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
All right, Mr. Gobbles, it's that time of year again. Got any last requests? What? You want a smoking deal on a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle? Mucho dinero for your trade and your credit pardon? Well, you're going to have to go to Roswell Ford.
Hey, Roswell Ford is talking real turkey. With our most aggressive offers in more than 5 years. Right now, get massive savings on new Fords and quality pre-owned vehicles with 0% financing and no payments till February 2026. Plus, if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to help you escape from your trade. Even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. Worried that your credit is a little foul? Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders who will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. All roads lead to huge American-made savings and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com.
0 APR for 48 months is $20.83 per thousand financed. Interest accrues from date of sale. Subject to lender approval. On select vehicles. Offers not combined.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 6,000 fellow Greyhounds on their journey to student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU, student success. That's what we're about.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. A nice Thanksgiving week run of cattle for today. We expect to sell 1,250 head, breaking down like this: 125, 150 weight cows and bulls, 75 to 100 pairs of bred cows, 1050, 1,100 calves and yearlings. Today's sale will include 10 to 15 cow-calf pairs, mostly black white face, red white face English crossbred cows with black calves, pairs 5 to 10 years old, 30 bred cows, mostly black white face, red white face English crosses, bred to Angus Charolais bulls 7 to 10 years old, 25 bred cows, mostly black white face Angus and Brangus crosses, bred to Angus bulls, cows 2 to 6 years old, 147 calves, Chillicothe Ranch, Valentine, Texas, excellent quality black white face Angus crossbred calves, one around the shots, medium condition, 400, 600 pounds, 20 steer calves, Mr. Josh Cassius, Albuquerque, New Mexico, fancy quality black Angus calves, shots at Brandon, 400, 550 pounds, 99 calves, Mr. David Gable, Roe Mesa, New Mexico, excellent quality black white face and Charolais crossbred calves, Cattlemaster 5, 7-way, medium condition, 300, 475 pounds, 38 calves, Mr. Don Wynick, Balmaray, Texas, excellent quality black white face Angus cross calves, medium condition, 400, 600 pounds, 57 calves, the Belcher Ranch, Rogers, New Mexico, excellent quality black and red Angus calves, shots at Brandon, 450, 550 pounds, 25 calves, Casabone Ranch, Hope, New Mexico, excellent quality black Angus calves, cattle weighing 45 plus days, 2 round of shots, medium condition, 450, 600 pounds, 23 steer calves, Bar Guitar Ranch, Picacho, New Mexico, excellent quality black and red Brangus steer calves, cattle weighing 30 days, 2 round of shots, 450, 550 pounds, 46 calves off of one dairy, 25 of them are Holstein steers weighing 275, 3 1/4, 21 black Holstein cross steers and heifers, 300, 350 pounds, 32 calves, Tracy McNeil at Carlsbad, excellent quality black and red Angus crossbred calves, one round the shots, medium condition, 350, 500 pounds, and 43 calves, the Gallegos Ranch at Socorro, New Mexico, excellent quality black white face Angus crossbred calves, cattle weighing 100 plus days, Bovishield Gold 7-way, 375, 475 pounds. Sale time this morning will be at 9 o'clock. Sell pairs, bred cows 9:45. Be selling calves and yearlings about 10:30. Fairly light on weight cows today. Be on pairs, bred cows, calves, and yearlings pretty quick. We expect to sell 1,250 head today. Happy Thanksgiving. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
The average American spends 2.5 days a year looking for lost items. We aren't sure how long Europeans and Asians look for lost stuff. We lost the list. Here's Mike Winters.
This morning from the DA's office here in the 5th Judicial District here. Lead investigator Justin Dominguez back with us. Good morning, Justin.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
Doing great. Glad to have you back here.
Glad to be back.
Yeah, it's always great to have folks from the office to kind of
yes, sir.
come in and chit chat with us. Before we just talk about other stuff, I know last time since we all spoke, you guys had your annual golf tournament to help out raising money for the DA dog program.
Yes, sir.
And sounds like another successful golf tournament this year.
You know what? It was a huge success, and we are so grateful for the community members and partners. And just the citizens of this district, man, that came out, that showed up to support that program. I mean, it was overwhelmingly attended. I mean, it was insane, and it was such improved from last year. The numbers of attendees and players and teams that we had. I know Gina was extremely grateful. Our office is beyond blessed to be supported by the community. We're very grateful.
Well, thank you to all that support.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think these people, I mean, sure, a lot of them love to whack the golf ball and have fun, but at the end of the day, I think they really understand the importance of that this DA dog program does, and what a valuable tool that is for your office to do what it does. I mean, we're seeing direct results. We're seeing more convictions. We're seeing justice being served just because a dog is laying on someone's lap in a room here and doing this stuff. And until it gets funded like any other tool that the DA or law enforcement have to do their job.
Sure.
This is how we get it going and getting to expand to other districts and other throughout not only the state but the country here.
And we're very fortunate to live in a community that supports, the DA's office and supports the program and everything like that. We're very blessed and we're very grateful. So thank you to everyone who came out and either sponsored items or participated in the tournament itself. And we look forward to an even bigger one next year.
Absolutely. So get to signing up and getting sponsors in line. I'm sure if you talk to Gina and say, hey, I'm on board to sponsor next year, she'll get you lined up.
Yes,
and everything
absolutely.
else. And of course, let's find other ways to continue to support the DA dog program. I know we're getting with Christmas, and usually that's salsa season.
Correct. Yep. I know they're gearing up to do the salsa fundraiser.
Yes.
For the foundation.
And I'm sure we'll get Gina and we'll get you guys to kind of
we'll definitely get some details for that.
Get the heads up on that.
Yes, sir.
Everything I hear tell is you miss out.
Oh, it's incredible. The salsa's amazing. Yeah, it's great salsa, man. And
and it's built for New Mexicans.
Everybody likes salsa, right?
Yeah.
And everybody has their own way of making it. So it's not like you're going to get something that you eat every day. Everybody has their own recipes, and the recipe that they use to make this salsa.
But it is New Mexicoified, which I mean,
Correct.
when it says hot, it's hot.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's legit. Like it's not like okay at the store it says hot, and New Mexico's like that's like for amateur hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. And then you get something like homemade, and it's just straight fire. That's So now, granted, for those less fire oriented, they have those selections.
Yeah,
as
there's
well,
different.
Too.
There's mild and medium, and
I know
all,
there's a few masks out there that says the hotter the better.
That's me.
They can light you up.
Yes, sir.
So, I'm
Absolutely.
a medium guy. I like it a little hot. I like it enough to put a sweat on me, but not enough to it ruins my day.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah, absolutely.
And as I get older, it's easier to put a sweat on me now. I noticed, so.
Yes, sir.
Like it's pretty bad. I'll eat mustard on a hot dog. I'm like, hey,
what's going on here?
Come on, man.
Did I get spicy mustard?
Right. Yeah, it's not even spicy. It's yellow mustard.
Yes, sir.
But I get that. But yes, that's another great way. And don't forget, those dogs, when they're not doing their duties, they serve in the community, and kids read to them and do various other things. So if you have a youth thing or something that maybe the dogs would be a fun, don't hesitate to reach out to Gina.
She'd be more than happy. She'd be more than happy. She is so active in the community with the dogs and everything that she does, and not even just our community, but the reason why the help is so important from the outside entities that contribute to that program is because not only for the community members here, but she also works with a lot of our federal partners and travels, and that's funded by those fundraisers and stuff that we do that allow her to be able to travel and take the dog, and
they serve in a much bigger capacity than even we probably
I don't think
originally
people
imagined.
understand. Yeah.
It's like I talk about the D in the room thing, but literally whenever there's Like these dogs have been sent to other locations to help for tragic.
Yeah, the Uvalde shooting, the Uvalde school shooting, the mall shooting in El Paso. I mean, what happened in Utah with Charlie Kirk. I mean,
exactly. These dogs serve a bigger role than just or helping a witness in a court. Now, granted, that's their day job and why they're built to be here, but because of their training, because of they're designed to be the calm in a not calm situation, that's where their training lies.
Yes, sir.
They also work very well in natural disaster or human disaster situations when a little bit of humanity is needed. Bring in the dogs.
Yes, sir.
So now they're not the ones that are going to be digging through rubble. That's a different.
Yeah, they're not cadavers.
That's a different trained dog.
Correct.
Equally important. But,
yes, sir.
But different job there for them.
Yes, sir.
These dogs come in for support, love, providing comfort, providing a little bit of happiness when people are dealing.
Good for the psyche.
Yeah, it is. You'd be amazed how it does, and the evidence is there. Like I'm telling you right now, you see witnesses that really were not hesitant to talk for fear or for just rehashing that trauma, and the dogs give them the courage, give them the an empathetic ear to allow them to be more comfortable doing that, and it's just that part of humanity that no scientist is going to be able to, it's using tools that are out of the box a little bit.
Yes, sir.
We in a world that's very black and white, as far as what's wrong and what is right. The humanity in between is what makes it so gray, and getting people, the emotional side is the difference between success and failure, and getting something prosecuted or getting a justice, right, the right amount of justice for someone. Every case is unique and intent and things, but these dogs bring out the true story and say, okay, yes, we're dealing with something heinous here. We need to pull. Or there's a series of this. Maybe we treat this as a learning thing. But those dogs help create those scenarios. And
tremendously,
and all that.
they're a tremendous asset to our department.
So please sign up for the golf next year. Salsa support. Like even if you want to make donations, I know you can go at any time to the DA's office.
I promise you're not going to be turned away.
If you want to make a donation in someone's name or something to help out, all of that is great stuff to ensure that this program not only thrives here but expands and please, I always say this too, blow up your legislators. Let's get our legislators to start funding this. So
a lot of our upper administration is up in Santa Fe right now because they're having the Legislative Finance Committee that's meeting. So they're up there, fighting for our budget for down here in the 5th and stuff like that, trying to get
earmarking special monies just to support and foster this program. Honestly, for me, we look at the numbers and crime and all the issues, we all aren't agreeing on how it's a problem, but we all can agree it's a problem.
Right.
This is universally a way to start making a dent into those problems, and it's to be honest, probably a very inexpensive way to do it in terms of other ways to try to handle this type of thing, and it also brings the element of compassion, success. And we might actually see people get just as they deserve. And you know what? I would even say this argues into same people coming back to jail and things like that. Implementing things like this puts a little, humanity in it. And it's I know I'm getting way soapboxy here, but it's by you guys whacking a golf ball around or buying the hottest salsa on the planet or whatever it is you're doing, you're really making a difference and changing someone's life. And that's what I'm.
They
trying
really
to
are,
say.
and like I said, I can't say it enough. We here in the 5th Judicial District, Chavez County, Eddy County, and Lee County, we are very fortunate to live in this judicial district and in communities that support, law enforcement and which is hand in hand with our DA's office.
Sure.
Our DA's office is the upper echelon of the law enforcement spectrum. You know what I mean? So we're very fortunate to
imagine.
support it.
And obviously, with your day job as being a lead investigator, this is you're going to see direct results at it because I'm sure it gives you access and information from people that you would have not normally been able to obtain from them just because
I
they weren't comfortable seeing.
I had the privilege of speaking at the college yesterday and to some of the criminal justice classes with some other counterparts that I work with and with other agencies. And one of the students asked me, what do you love so much about your job? And that's exactly what I told them, is being able to put the pieces of a puzzle together or help put the pieces of a puzzle together to be able to go to a victim at the end of the day or somebody who's been victimized and say, hopefully this can allow you some sense of
closure,
beginning to heal, some closure, something that something tangible that you can begin to heal. You know what I mean? Because we're giving you an end result. We've prosecuted the case, or we've solved the crime and prosecuted the case, and it's been adjudicated, and now hopefully you as a victim can heal. That's the best thing we can do for a person.
And that's it really, obviously we cannot reverse time and bring loved ones back, but you're absolutely right. It's the way the human brain works, and I hope none of you have to deal with death in this type of fashion before, but when something is taken from you like that and you don't have an answer as to why, even if it's as heinous as it is, knowing at least what the answer was is better than wondering all your life.
Sure.
And so that and that's where, like you're saying, it allows them to pick up the pieces to maybe when they're in therapy or whatever they're doing to get themselves feeling better, they are able to find that success because there is that closure. At least there's an end. There's not that unknown factor, because quite frankly, if with the unknown, your brain goes in all kinds of places, from to even thinking they're not actually gone. And
perception is reality, Mike. And so I think it's the bottom line is one of the other things that I spoke about is, unfortunately, I've worked in some form or fashion of law enforcement for the last 23 years now, and when we deal with members of the public, 90 to 95% of the time, it's their worst day. It is the absolute worst day of their life. And that's why we're having to be involved in whatever it is that's going on in their life.
Absolutely.
So it doesn't matter what person X thinks about what's going on with this case that person C is having, because to person C, it is the absolute worst thing they've ever had to go through or deal with. So we're dealing with people regularly on the worst days of their lives, or through the worst, and then taking it further into the prosecution of the case. Our attorneys and our victims advocates and stuff like that are dealing with these individuals, carrying them through the absolute worst thing that has ever happened to them, or may possibly ever happen to them.
And this is where the dogs come in. Because in essence, if they're already starting to scab over a little bit on this, now you're in essence coming in and picking that scab again.
Sir.
And let's face it, the dog makes that a much easier experience to get through. And so, but ultimately it's the end game to, we can go from keep picking the scab to actually letting it heal and getting that thing. And so that's that process. And that's why a lot falls to the cracks, because people aren't willing or able to rehash and redo that. And that's what these dogs come in. And like you said, to be able to say, okay, we can't bring your loved one back, or we can't resolve what you lost, but we can at least give you justice for it. And
we can hold somebody accountable.
Yeah, hold somebody accountable and see this is what happened, and now you can pick up the pieces and try to move on from it, because it and it's hard to explain unless you live it, or at least know people that have, and it's hard to see the forest from the tree sometimes. And it's just, unless you can watch it, you can empathize, but until you're that person that's sitting in that chair, it's hard to relate.
And we wish that on no one.
Yeah, and that exactly. And so we can, and I hope to God none of you listening have to experience that.
But I hope nobody ever has to experience that, but unfortunately it's inevitable.
Yeah, it's just one of those things is you see the darkest of humanity, and to get people through it, you got to get your hands dirty a little bit to do it.
And I believe wholeheartedly that we are also fortunate enough to live in communities that, even though we file the second most cases in the state, aside from Albuquerque, I stand true and beside believing that in our communities in the 5th Judicial District, random acts of violence are just so few and far between. It's highly unlikely that you're going to be a victim of a random act of violence. Does it happen? Absolutely. I'm not going to tell you that it's never going to happen.
There's always crimes of opportunity.
But the chances of you being a victim of a random act of violence is highly unlikely in this judicial district.
Especially violence. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Yes, property crimes, all that. Those are acts of convenience, or feeding an addiction or whatever. That rampant. But yeah, most of the time it's probably gang related or personal, domestic. There's some kind of connection or beef or something going on.
Yes,
it's not a random gang initiation type violence or something like that. It's because someone's mad at someone.
Does it happen? Can it happen? Yes. I'm not going to sit here and say, you know what I mean?
But it's just lower on the...
Does it? But it's unlikely. It's unlikely that you're going to be a victim of a
most time a victim knows the person that did it in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's intimately or casually, they know somebody.
You know, and I think that's an important thing to bring up too. With October, we're in November now, but with October being Domestic Violence Awareness Month, I also aid the academy in Hobbs, the Southeastern New Mexico Law Enforcement Academy, in teaching the domestic violence curriculum to the new cadets. It's one of the pieces of curriculum in the state of New Mexico that you have to be specialized in. You can be a general instructor in a bunch of areas, but in order to be like use of force instructor, firearms instructor, driving instructor, or domestic violence, those you have to specialize in. You have to be a specialized domestic violence instructor. And you're right, and victims of domestic violence, on average, will attempt to leave an abuser 7 times before they're successful. Yeah. So there are programs in place for people. If there's anybody out there that's experiencing that kind of violence or being a victim to that kind of violence, please reach out to someone.
Absolutely.
Because there are resources available and people are willing to help, and you're not alone, and you can be a survivor.
Absolutely. I know here in Roswell, the Roswell Refuge, that they have a 24/7 domestic violence hotline that it's willing to talk. And you're the driver in that, so if you're willing to break away, they will help you do it. But if you just want an ear to bend, they will help you do it. I know Grammy's house in Artesia area is very similar. I'm sure there's some others similar in Hobbs and down farther south there. Right.
And don't think if you are a victim or in that type of a situation right now, and you've tried to get out before, or you've even had police interaction before in relation to domestic violence, do not hesitate to continue to call or to call again for help, because, again, like I said, on average, it takes an abused person 7 times before they will actually finally be able to leave the situation.
And it's all about power and control, those relationships. And 99% of the time, the victim is reliant on everything that the aggressor, like they've got that victim convinced that if you leave me, you're not going to be able to take care of yourself.
Yeah, it's a cycle.
Yeah,
and that's one of the things we study when we look at domestic violence cases. Is it's literally called the power and control wheel.
Yeah, and that's really what it's about. So you've got to cut through that mindset. Yeah. And here's the other thing: is domestic violent victims build up walls, build up to protect themselves. So once you even get them away, you almost got to peel at that wall, because there's zero trust level.
Correct.
And you almost have to get them to be in touch with humanity again, because they've lost that. Yeah. And they has not trust. And doing random acts of kindness for these folks, it's like, wait a minute, why are you helping me? Just because you need it. I don't, what? Just because you're not. I mean, you're literally, that's the stuff that you're dealing with domestic violence, because the things they have to do to deal with and live that life are things that are really hard for you to wrap around unless you do that kind of stuff. And that's why, that's why all the people that don't understand say, why don't you just leave the guy? He's a jerk, walk away.
It's not that easy.
It's not like that. It's not. And to be honest, there is a fear factor. I do leave, they will come kill me, or they will come kill my kid, or they will do something. There's something to behold over them.
Right.
And until you break that chain, you're not going to get that domestic violence victim to separate.
Correct. And I'll say this too. Studies have shown facts, and there's facts to support it, that if you're in an abusive relationship and your partner has gone to the extent of where they will strangle you, the chances of you dying at the hands of your partner increase exponentially. If they're willing to strangle you.
It's kind of like it's almost sounds weird, but like when you see those history of like people's kids are killing animals and stuff, and you're like, well, and then they turned out to be serial killers, and you're like, well, they're it's almost that same logic there a little bit.
If they're willing to, I mean,
if they're willing to
essentially they're looking at you and saying, I can take your life, you know what I mean? Like, I can take the air away from you.
Yeah.
And so if they're willing to take it that far, then the chances of you dying at the hands of your abuser increase exponentially. So get some help. Talk to somebody.
Fortunately, the people that end up dying, this is the thing, is that's go unchecked. If a domestic violence situation goes unchecked, 99.9% of the time it's going to end in someone dying.
It absolutely can.
That's the statistics and the way it rolls. That's why. But like you said, there's always several attempts to break away. There's always those things, and to be honest, if folks are out there listening to break away, seek help to do it. Don't try to do it on your own.
Exactly.
Find support, whether it's the Roswell Refuge or some other family or something. Please find help. And for the love of God, if you suspect some weird shenanigans going on and thinking something's, please report it. Let proper authorities investigate it. Let them determine it's a nothing burger. But I'd rather you, like, if you see something in a store, if you see somebody and you're like, that's not right, man.
Yep.
It's just tell someone of authority. Let them investigate it. Don't you try to break it up.
Intuition is real, and usually you're probably onto something.
And to be honest, that sometimes that's what saves these victims.
Correct.
Was that public
Absolutely.
moment where someone was willing to step, hey, you can't be treating her like that or him like that in this store or something like that. That's how it starts.
Yeah.
And so please don't. And unfortunately, that was how domestic violence was treated back when I was a kid.
Yeah,
was oh, that's none of my business, mind my business.
And it reminds me of the Gabby Petito case that happened. The young lady off of the East Coast that went on the traveling. Embarked on that travel with her boyfriend, and they ended up through Utah. And while they were going through,
I actually
Utah,
saw the Netflix. There's like a Netflix documentary on that. I think it's out there now.
It was reported, and this is part of the curriculum that I teach to bring it into perspective to guys, because the way our statute is written, you know what I mean, and not just our statute, but it's based on policies and procedures that are written by each respective department. And most departments use language that say you shall effect an arrest in that situation, not you may.
Yeah.
You may is you can or you don't have to, right? You shall is you should do everything you can to determine who the predominant aggressor is and effect an arrest.
Yeah. And to be honest, I'm sure, like you said, you're using it as a teachable moment, but based on that video, if some people saw a thing, that could have been avoided. It was just,
I believe so. I don't want a Monday morning quarterback what another police officer did based on the time and circumstances of what they had or the knowledge that they had at that time. But looking back at it, if things were written, like I know some of the policies of the agencies are around here, and they did effect an arrest, then what's going to happen? They're going to be arraigned on their charges. What are they going to have? They're going to have conditions of release. Part of the conditions of release are going to be to have zero contact with the victim, and then then maybe Gabby has to take the truck back to her family, or she flies back home, and then maybe she's with us. Maybe they get back together. She's not. Who knows, right? I mean, we don't know the end game, but I think that there are things that could have happened.
And that's true in
the
any
interim.
case. Like, if you look at any crime spree or any, like, you can always go back and Monday morning quarterback, like you said, well, if they did this, I mean, look at Jeffrey Dahmer.
Right.
I mean, I've seen enough of that stuff. And it's like, if someone paid a modicum of attention, they could have caught that guy's years before he did it. But, hindsight's 20/20, and we still live in a country that, you're innocent until proven guilty.
Yes, sir.
And there is that.
And that's important. That's very important.
Absolutely. And so you have to respect that side of it.
Right.
But that being said, when it gets down to domestic violence, like if you're in a public place and you see an argument in couple or something, don't break it up, but report it to a manager.
Be a good witness.
Let someone investigate it. Now, if it turns out to be nothing, they can determine that and send them on their way.
Sure.
But if it's not, then authority can handle that. The way that's the way I look at it. No,
right.
And okay, you might make them mad at you for a little bit, but I can get over that. I can be fine with that, because guess what? Someone's going to walk away today, and that's all I wanted to make sure happened.
Absolutely.
Yep. Both parties.
Agreed.
And that's another thing too, is that you want to get into this. Domestic violence is very, very cylinder, very reciprocal.
It is.
9 times out of 10, domestic violence abusers were victims as growing up.
Yeah, generational.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's generational trauma.
And I'm not trying to defend it.
No.
But if you were a victim and now you're seeing those tendencies yourself, be proactive.
Yes.
You see full circle here. You can change that.
Yeah.
You can fix that. And I'll tell you right now, if you walk into the Roswell Refuge on your own volition and say, look, I was a victim, I've been doing tendencies, they've got programs to help you. And I think it's all free if you volunteer and all.
Yeah,
that
I know they
stuff.
have like batterers intervention programs and even just like anger management, or just talk to somebody about,
because it is, and again, I'm not trying to victimize aggressors, but at the same
but we
time,
got to stop the cycle somehow,
and that's how we break it. And and unfortunately, the victims that do survive become aggressors themselves down the road, and that's
more often than not.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, yes, we have to punish and we have to do that, but at the same time, how can you judge someone on how they behaved when they were literally taught nothing different?
It's definitely a learned behavior.
Yeah,
definitely
that's the ball we got to juggle and we got to fix.
Correct.
It. So, but anyway, I know we got way off topic on this. This is all the stuff that you guys deal with, and
Correct.
And at the end of the day, this is why supporting things like the DA dog program is so important, because it cracks away at the armor. It cracks away at y'all's ability to find resolution, to find a closure for these.
Well, I think also just understanding that there's many facets to the district attorney's office. You think district attorney, you think prosecutors, lawyers. But there's many facets of it. We have a criminal investigations division. We have a victims advocates division. We have, paralegals and secretaries and support divisions that handle all of that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? We have a CFO. We have somebody that manages a fleet of vehicles. It's not just attorneys. I mean, there's anything you can think
of. It's a whole
of.
department.
Exactly.
Yeah. And really all facets of law enforcement.
Exactly.
I mean, short of arresting people, but that's pretty much the only difference, I think, is you do all the investigation. Because obviously, when a police department or sheriff's department, or whatever, they do the initial investigation on a scene. But after that, it kind of turns over to your office, and you're the one. Now, you go back with law enforcement, you need data and information, but it kind of turns from a police investigation. Once the DA gets it, it's out of the cop's hands. You're just going there to find out information and determining, to the prosecutors, is this going to be a good witness, or is this going to be, gathering evidence and getting all, it's a really... the resolution of the case lies in your hand, and then the DA's office, the rest of the DA's.
And then we also initiate cases ourselves. Me or my investigators will get cases, or we'll investigate crimes that happen, and we'll file the charges. We will draft the arrest affidavits and stuff like that. We will if we can and have all the same powers to do all of those duties.
Do you guys do serve arrest warrants for uncooperative witnesses and things like, or does that stuff the police department has to handle?
Well, we would draft the document.
Gotcha.
We could draft
they would
the material witness warrant. Yeah, because it's a uniformed arrest. By statute, it's a uniformed arrest, so a uniformed person would have to make the arrest and book them or whatever.
I thought a badge around here was a uniform the way.
Yeah.
We got Southern justice.
Right. Yeah.
Cowboy hat's part of the uniform.
Yeah, no joke. But yeah, no, we would draft the material witness warrant, take it, get it inputted into the system, and then they would be able to be picked up on our charges or anything like that. I mean, I've been sworn in as a special investigator for a different judicial district where I had to investigate a crime that was going on that was a conflict for that district because the individual that was committing the crime or allegedly committing the crime was a detective of that agency. So I investigated that, drafted the arrest documents and filed that, and got all that done. So we generate cases ourselves too, just like another police department would. And then we also get cases from the Attorney General's office that we'll look into. And then me and my investigators investigate every officer-involved shooting that happens in this judicial district.
Gotcha.
So
how does that happen? Yeah, I was just kind of thinking about it because, obviously, when say there's an officer-involved shooting at the police level, if it's the RPD that does it, then usually it's the state police or someone that's an outside department's going to do the actual investigation. Someone's not. Do you guys do that a lot for say there was another district that had an attorney that was involved in a legal matter? Is that your office then, or someone else, an outside office would come and do that, but just for that? Or gotcha.
Yeah, correct. So even there's a district judge in another district right now that's being victimized, and so our office, my investigator out of this office, is actually taking that case up and is investigating that alongside with the state police and working with our prosecutors to look at that case where that judge in that other district is being victimized.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's our criminal investigations division is busy, and we do a lot other than just our main function is to aid the attorneys in prosecuting their cases.
Sure.
And cultivating the relationship with our law enforcement partners, right?
Gotcha.
Like Roswell
but sometimes
Police Department, et cetera, et cetera.
You're full on doing cop duties.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Everybody that works in my division is a full certified commissioned peace officer.
Okay. I'm guessing too, just probably from the nature of work, most of your guys are former badge wearing law enforcement.
Yeah,
and they decided their career path. I want to get into
between the three of us that are in the division right now, we're expanding. But the three of us that are in the division right now, there's probably 60 years of experience between the three of us.
But they all work to beat it. Some probably in their blue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We've all been on the streets. We've all worked in investigative capacities.
Sure. Well, and that, to be honest, you probably couldn't do your job today without that experience.
I would have to agree with you,
because that's what teaches you how to read people, how to. Yes, you go to the academy and they train you very well, but you learn on the streets. You learn. I
think there's a certain level of respect with the other officers that are on the streets.
Sure.
That comes from knowing that we've been on the streets too. Versus
you learn how to communicate with a lot of the same people. Let's deal with people aren't dealing with gang types and all that stuff on a daily basis.
Right.
But as law enforcement, you kind of do. So you kind of know how to resonate with them, how to talk to them. And that translates into the prosecutorial side, I'm sure, too. I know where you're coming from, man. I know.
Right.
I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
Let's be real here.
Yep.
And so that's a valuable tool for that. Where I think you probably couldn't do your job effectively had you not had that experience.
I would agree with you. There's others that may disagree with us, but I would agree with you 100%. I'll take experience over books any day, and I'm not discounting books either. Like I think it's important to have a well-balanced education with experience and school.
And let's face it, this is arguably one of the most. You don't know what your day is going to be like on any given day job. I mean, you know, cops and any kind of law enforcement or first responder, no 2 days are alike. And
Agreed.
So if you're not evolving and learning in that job, you're not doing it right.
You know, take our fellow, we like to give each other hard times all the time, but our fellow like EMTs and EMS and paramedics and stuff, you know, firefighters and all that. You can read in a book all day long on how to treat an individual that's got a gunshot wound.
Right.
But until you're in the back of a bus and you pull up somewhere and there's a guy laying there with a gunshot wound, I mean, what are you going to do? Now it's real.
Well,
you know?
and that's just it. Everyone knows how to swim if you read a book, but until they throw you in the water and start doing it, are you going to be able to do it?
Very good.
And it's the same kind of deal. Like,
yes, sir.
You know, just from my military and scouting experience, you know, you got some guy with his leg ripped wide open in theory, you know, but when they're sitting there bleeding, you know, like, I just realized I fainted the sight of blood.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what we're talking about.
And you
here.
know what's funny about that? Speaking of which, I've dealt with pretty much just about everything you can imagine.
Yeah.
And the only thing that gets me is if I smell throw up, if I smell vomit.
That's your trigger.
You're
done.
I can't do it. Like dead bodies in trailers that are sealed up in southeastern New Mexico for 3 days until we get there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm okay. I can deal with that. Gray matter and all that.
I hope your buddies. I hope they're not listening because they might learn that. Next thing you know, they're gonna start hanging around you going.
Can't do that. And I'm okay with that. It's
the smell.
It's the smell of the actual. I don't know what it is, man. I got to get out of there. It's funny.
Yeah. I could hear you. I hear you. Well, we're about out of time.
Yes, sir.
But thank you as always for appreciating it. Of course, folks.
Appreciate you having us.
Please, if you want to help out more at the DA Dog, don't hesitate to call. What's probably a website that they can, if you want to steer them to the DA Dog stuff? Is there
I'm not sure that there's a website.
I know, like they have the Facebook page.
Yeah.
If you do the DA Dogs on Facebook.
Correct.
Look that up, and Gina, ask any questions. She'll be happy to.
Or pop by the office, or call the 5th Judicial District Attorney's office here in Roswell, and ask to speak to Gina, and she'll give you all the information you need on how to help.
Follow
out.
your nose or your spices, and just follow the salsa, and that'll.
And we'll make sure to get you some information on that as we.
Yeah, because we want to get that out because it's good salsa, but every dime of the hard work that they do to make that salsa goes back to help these dogs.
Yes, sir, it does.
It's good stuff. So, thank you as always, Justin.
Yes, sir.
Have a happy Thanksgiving.
You do the
see
same.
you between now and then,
Yes,
and we'll see you next month.
Yep, sounds great.
Stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
The cheap way, or you can do it the right way. Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing, and one of our customers recently found this out the hard way. He was going to hire us to re-roof his roof, but he found someone to do the job for $2,000 cheaper. Half a year later, this customer called us to re-inspect his brand new roof. Turns out this contractor was not a contractor at all. He had no license and no insurance. The roof was installed incorrectly and never had been passed by the city inspector. We had to re-roof his brand new roof, tear off the shingles and start from scratch. It was the most expensive $2,000 anyone has ever saved. If you need a roof installed the right way, you can trust who your neighbors trust. You can trust Trustmark Roofing for no obligation to the penny quote on your roof transformation. Call 575-755-ROOF. That's 575-755-7663.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
When managing a chronic illness, access to the right treatments makes all the difference. Artesia General Hospital's Infusion Center provides IV therapy and biologic treatments, so you don't have to travel far for care. Expert infusion therapy right here in Artesia. Call 575-736-8256 today to learn more.
Celebrate Black Friday and 50 years in business with Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. Get great buy one, get one off 50% deals on all clothing from brands you know and love, including hats from Resistol, Stetson, Hui, and Twister, boots from Ariat, Justin, Durango, Twisted X, and more. Clothing, jewelry, and accessories from Wrangler, Ariat, Kimes, and Cinch. Even Turquoise jewelry is buy one, get one 50% off. Handbags, toys for the kids, and fur babies, all buy one, get one 50% off. Plus special 50th anniversary giveaways now through Christmas. Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. 1105 East 2nd in Roswell, celebrating 50 years.
Thanksgiving season is here, and Roswell Honda is serving up the saving. Now through November 26th, find huge rebates and discounts across the lot for you to gobble up. Get 3.99% for 60 months on all 2026 Honda CR-V, CR-V Hybrid, or HR-V. 2.99% for 60 months on 2025 Honda Accord Hybrid, or at least the all-new 2026 Honda Civic Hybrid, just $269 a month for 36 months. Plus, get a free soda 12-pack just for stopping by, free pie with a qualified test drive, and a free turkey with purchase. All into savings at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Illegal. She's one of the Democrats who released a video encouraging military personnel to disobey orders from the commander-in-chief. Quoting Secretary of State Rubio, "I think we made a tremendous amount of progress." America's top diplomat referring to the latest round of Ukraine peace talks.
We're working through making some changes, some adjustments, in the hopes of furthering narrowing the differences and getting closer to something that both Ukraine and obviously the United States are very comfortable with. Obviously, this will ultimately have to be signed off by our presidents, although I feel very comfortable about that happening given the progress we've made.
The BBC's Peter Bowes with the White House perspective.
The statement is short on detail, but it says the talks were focused and respectful. In a summary of the negotiations, the White House said the Ukrainian representatives believed the updated draft of the peace plan reflected the country's national interests, with enforceable mechanisms to safeguard its security in the near and long term.
President Trump has set a Thanksgiving deadline for Ukraine to sign off on the U.S. brokered peace plan. In the air, on the roads and the rails, millions of Americans will be getting away this holiday week. The FAA is preparing for its busiest Thanksgiving in about 15 years, with more than 360,000 flights scheduled, and the TSA expects to screen more than 17.8 million people. Keep an eye on the weather, though. Unsettled weather is expected for two-thirds of the country. Could be rain in some areas, snow in others, possibility of thunderstorms and high winds. Watching Wall Street, the Dow 90 points higher. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
50 of the 303 school children abducted from a parochial school in Nigeria have escaped. They're now back with their families. 50 children between the ages of 10 and 18 escaped individually between Friday and Saturday. A total of 253 school kids and 12 teachers are still missing after gunmen attacked the Catholic school on Friday. No group has claimed responsibilities, as Sunday the Pope called for the immediate release of all of those still being held. Chinese companies are rushing to deploy low-flying vehicles and drones for various uses as the country looks for innovative ways to give its economy a boost. Once a sci-fi dream, flying taxis are being tested in southern China, where the automated oval-shaped craft hover like mini helicopters. In Shenzhen, which borders Hong Kong, food delivery drones are already part of daily life. They're also a novelty for tourists. News and analysis, townhall.com. Bird flu and another disease have shrunk the U.S. turkey population to a 40-year low this year. Wholesale turkey prices expected to be up more than 40% as a result, but shoppers preparing for Thanksgiving may not see higher prices because many grocers are offering discounted or even free turkeys to get customers in the door. A one-time big league baseball star is apparently off the hook at this point.
Former New York Mets star Darryl Strawberry says God set him free when he was pardoned by President Trump recently. Strawberry thanked the president during a sermon Sunday in Tulsa. He was pardoned for tax evasion and drug charges. Strawberry says he credits his strong Christian faith for his transformation and sobriety. He became friends with Trump on Celebrity Apprentice in 2010. Jason Walker reporting.
More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The Deuce.
The Deuce of Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Thanksgiving Monday.
Yes, sir. The countdown is on.
The kids are already off for the week, and some parents, I would imagine, as well.
Yeah. Kim's got the week off.
She is.
Any big plans, or is she just chilling out, maxing, and relaxing, all cool?
I think, yeah, just kind of laying low today. And then, like I said, Wednesday, we're going to head up to Albuquerque and we'll be back Friday to afternoon to get ready for football.
Yeah.
As, of course, big football game over the weekend. Artesia Bulldogs and Roswell Coyotes both advanced.
Both some very competitive games. I mean, the Roswell game came down to the wire. The Artesia game was a bit more of a runaway, but I'm telling you, Lovington gave it their all.
Yeah.
I mean, they really did. They played them to the end.
Yeah, Gadsden definitely were much improved over the last time Roswell and Gadsden squared off earlier in the season.
Put this way, they knew the game they were going into.
Yep.
They knew the team they were going up against.
But yes, Roswell got the win on the road, and Artesia got the win at home, which sets up for the state championship game, which will be Saturday, 1 p.m. In Artesia at the Bulldog Bowl there. We will have that game for you right here, audio only, no video allowed for championships. They're going to send crews through NFHS, and you have to buy their channel if you haven't already done so to watch it. But we will have it for you right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Art and Kelly will call that game for you. And, of course, for Artesia Bulldog fans, listen on our sister station, 990 AM in Artesia, 93.7, or catch the audio-only broadcasts in the video channels for the Artesia version in the Bulldog channel and the Roswell version in the Coyote channel at ksvptv.com. So we'll have them all for you.
Should be excited. Exciting.
It's kind of tradition around these parts.
It's the third year in a row. So, it's I kept having that clip from Letterkenny running through my head. Back to back boats.
That's drumstick worthy.
Yes.
Stick worthy.
Stick worthy.
But so we'll have all that for you here on Saturday as well. As far as our morning show, we'll have shows for you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. No shows Thursday, Friday. I'm not sure if we're doing a CBS thing or something, or it might just be best of a replay of Chris DeGaulle. I'm not sure.
DeGaulle.
Yeah, but we'll have something in its place for you there. So. But so that's why I'm booking it right after the show. We're going to Albuquerque.
Well, I think what I'll do since we've sort of like set it off to the side and forgotten about it, since it's the countdown to Thanksgiving week.
Yeah,
I think on Wednesday, just to get your mouth all set up for it.
Oh, the ramen!
I got a turkey ramen we can share.
Yeah, we got to do that.
We'll dive into that for our Thanksgiving episode of Mornings with Mike Winters.
I can't imagine it's that bad.
No,
it's probably just chicken. Tastes probably. You know what? It probably tastes like the chicken ramen. Although this does more than just turkey, right?
Yeah, it's turkey. Like, it's got cranberry in it. It's got
it might have
like peas and stuff. So
has it got like little freeze dried cranberries, like the peas?
I'd imagine probably.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing, and I don't know why this never really occurred to me, but like, I'm like, wonder what Like I was looking at different dehydrated fruits. I'm like, I wonder how good dehydrated grapes would be, and I'm like, oh yeah, those are raisins. So yeah. Dehydrated cranberries, just a craisin.
You know, that reminds me. You mentioned it, and I saw this over the weekend. I was scrolling on Facebook, and there was one of those maps, and it said like the Thanksgiving pie for every state, and it had the pies. Now 90% were either pumpkin or pecan,
right?
But there was a few oddities in there, like Oregon or Washington, or one of them had like shoe fly pie.
Really?
There was also another more popular one is the sweet potato pie, which like some of the South
Alabama,
Maryland.
Georgia, I'd imagine.
Actually, no, those Alabama and all that was like a Mississippi mud chocolate pie kind of thing.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, but some of is a sweet potato pie. However, Arizona, and I've never heard of this. In all of my history of a pie, I've never heard of this. Their pie is grape pie.
Grape?
Have you ever had a grape pie? Yeah.
No.
I haven't either. I've never heard of grape pie.
I've never even thought of the concept of it.
Grape pie.
Grape pie.
Yeah.
It looks delightful. It's made with Concord grapes. It's a specialty of the Finger Lakes region of New York, which always makes me think of
How did it end up as Arizona's pie
I don't know. Oh, let's see. It's sweet and tart filling made from grapes, often with a flaky crust and sometimes a streusel topping. The pie is popular in the Naples Grape Festival.
Okay.
That's a fun phrase to say.
In the Finger Lakes.
We're going to you guys going to the Naples Grape Festival? You don't want to mess that up and call it the Graples Nape Festival. It's apparently Naples is considered the grape pie capital of the world.
Yeah, it's not all used for wine.
I didn't know you could even compote grapes.
Yeah.
That's I mean, it looks
So is it like a grape jelly in there?
I'd imagine it's
with maybe hunks of grape?
If it's Concord, it's going to taste basically just like Welch's grape juice.
Huh.
I would imagine.
Interesting. I've never had it. Never heard of it.
I have not either. And I'm genuinely intrigued. Like, I know you can't get it in a can. Like, you can't get grape pie filling in a can.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
That's something you're going to have to whip up from scratch for sure.
Yeah.
And again, I've never compoted a fruit. So
and I got to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to like it or not.
Oh,
I'm trying to think.
Here's the thing.
Like if it's more like a blueberry pie, I'm going to love it. But I don't know if it's going to go that way.
And this is one of those weird things about me and my childhood.
Yeah.
Welch's grape juice. And I mentioned this over the weekend because I had some.
Yeah.
At the Friendsgiving. Welch's grape juice reminds, like, I have a sense memory that attaches Welch's grape juice to communion.
Okay.
Like, because I'm like the king of communions. I've had it in all kinds of different ways. I went to the church where you had to tear the piece of bread off and dip it in but it was always Welch's Concord grape juice.
Yeah, for the wine.
So as soon as I taste that, I immediately flash back to communion.
Well, Catholic Church is wine. Actually,
yeah,
they slip you the wine.
Right.
That's why the father never doesn't mind polishing off at the end. He's like, I put too much in the chalice.
They knew
Hold on a minute.
They knew we were Protestant and we couldn't be trusted with alcohol. The one weird thing that I always thought about communion, specifically Episcopal communion, is, and I don't know if this is for everybody, but that you have to go up to the front and kneel and out of the one chalice or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure this is this was before COVID, but yeah, we all, and it's okay though. They use that little white cloth to wipe right there where you put your lips.
He just turns it slightly after everybody goes. It's a big wide cup.
Yeah.
But you know what?
The move that if people didn't want to do that though, they would dip. Like I knew people that did not want to drink from the cup, they would dip.
Dip the bread?
Dip the bread in the cup. Yeah. That was the move.
When I went to, there was a specific church here in Roswell that did it that way. You had to tear, it had a big loaf of bread. It was really good. That was the best communion I ever had because you actually had fresh bread, whereas otherwise it was like that little wafer.
Got that little thing.
Or, this is the funny, I don't know, I love how we've transitioned into communion talk. But
you started it.
I know I did.
Grape juice.
But around COVID time, they started putting, I know there was a company that was making this before, but it was a big moment for that company that made the all-in-one communion kit. With you tear off the little wafer and then the nether lid, and it had the juice shot in
communion on the go, like a Lunchable.
Exactly. It was like a portable meal. You get your little crouton of Christ, a Jeez-It.
Now that's blasphemous. It's funny, but
that being said, I would love to try a grape pie because I feel like it would have that exact profile.
And now, since we've been talking, I want to go next level.
Okay.
Because I'm like, if there's a grape pie,
you want to go grape hand pie?
No, I want to go peanut butter and jelly pie. Give me peanut butter like. Make the grape pie with peanut butter to emulate a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Yeah, but I
think this might be something I want to.
Here's the problem with peanut butter.
Yeah.
When you put peanut butter in something, it only tastes like peanut butter.
But once we put the grape with it,
it'll still hint at it, but it's just peanut butter becomes the star of the show in those situations.
But in a PB&J, the jelly makes the peanut butter shine.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I think I want.
Here, let me put it this way.
I think it needs some experimenting.
I would try both, but I would like to try just grape pie first.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Just to have the base.
We know a person that, if anybody in our lexicon of people we know that could pull this off, you know who I'm talking. Put the bee in the bonnet.
I'll make a phone. Yeah, I'll make a phone call.
First off, I'm sure there's already a recipe on the internet.
Well, there's bound to be, but I'm thinking you have to compote your own grape. I mean, I guess you could use jelly, but it looks like they have full. Like when you look at the pictures here, it's like a cherry pie. It's got full blown grapes in it.
Yeah.
So you'd have to make like a compote, which I guess would involve like pectin or something.
But what if you just pair that with peanut butter? I wonder what it tastes like.
Maybe for like a side.
A dip.
If you had I know it's weird to dip pie.
Well, maybe you an icing.
Like a layer on
icing.
Top. All right.
Just saying.
You might have an interesting custom Christmas gift coming your way. Let's see what I can do.
I'm just saying. It might be delightful.
But it's again, they sound great until you combine them and you've had them maybe once or twice, and then it's like, okay, I've had enough of that. The case in point with the chocolate pecan pie. Like
I still love it.
They're great. It's great. It's just once you've had it a couple of times, well, now I've kind of had that.
Yeah.
I just want a simple.
Not me.
Pecan pie. But
not me. I'm like, it's kind of good. It's like a gooier brownie to me. It's that's just heaven, dude.
Yeah.
You put some chocolate soft serve on that thing, I will never leave my house again.
I have no reason. There's nothing for me out there. It's all right here in this bowl.
Life's highest pinnacle right there.
But I'll make a phone call. I'll see what I can do.
All right, it is 18 minutes after 8 o'clock. Let's give you the rundown for this hour of the show. We'll get you up to date with the weather and all that here in just a bit. Then we're going to replay our interview we had last week with Jim and Laura from The Gig, talking about their Thanksgiving, their annual Thanksgiving luncheon that's going to be on the courthouse lawn Thanksgiving Day. They are looking for volunteers, donations, and, of course, folks to come visit and eat on Thanksgiving Day itself. So we'll play that interview for you here in just a few minutes. Later on in the hour, we'll get you up to date with other news of the local variety, Wall Street Business Update, and so forth and so on, and whatever else we can come up with for today's show. Before we do any of that, though, let's get you, up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We're in pretty good shape for a while. It will be a little cool today, afternoon high in the upper 60s to about 70, but lots of sunshine and the wind should stay pretty light. Overnight will be clear with upper 30s, and then we're looking at upper 60s for the high on Tuesday, maybe 70. Lots of sunshine. Cold front drops in on Tuesday night, so it will be cooler on Wednesday, mid-50s and sunny. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 50 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 59%. Winds currently out of the west at 9 miles per hour. Sunny and 69 are expected high today. Winds will be out of the northwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, skies will be clear. Overnight low of 37 degrees with west winds at 5 miles per hour. For you Tuesday, sunny, 68 for a high. Sorry, kids, no 6-7s mentioned in there. Right around it, 6'9", 6'8", sorry. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tuesday night, mostly clear. Overnight low of 34 degrees. Northeast winds at around 5 miles per hour. Wednesday, sunny and 58. For your Thanksgiving Eve, winds will be out of the south at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Wednesday night, looking at mostly clear skies. Chilly, overnight low of 30, so below freezing. But for your Thanksgiving Day, sunny skies, 64 for a high. Thursday night, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 36. And then looking at Friday, sunny and partly cloudy and 66. Saturday, mostly sunny and 67, partly cloudy and 54 on Sunday. All right, 8:21. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Then we're going to play our interview with Pastor Jim and Laura from the gig, talking about their Thanksgiving gathering on the courthouse lawn. Don't go away.
This is Coach Lynn from the Roswell Coyotes, and let me tell you, Roswell Nissan's got a championship roster this season. Let's see what lineup we're working with.
In at freshman, the Nissan Kicks, named best budget car, a solid starter that delivers big league value. Here comes your sophomore, the Rogue, crowned best compact SUV, dependable, versatile, and ready to take on the field. In at JV, the Pathfinder, a top safety pick award winner. This player protects your whole team. And the varsity, the Powerhouse Armada, best in class SUV built for real strength and commanding performance.
20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Coyotes!
Roswell Nissan's got 165 players in their lineup to choose from, and they're all ready to score big for you. With rates as low as 0% and no payments for 90 days, it's your time to get in the game. Looks like we're set for one heck of a season with this lineup, so come down to Roswell Nissan and join the winning team.
Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd. When you or a loved one need medical transport, Trans-Aero answers the call. Trans-Aero Medevac operates 3 rotorcraft bases and 1 fixed-wing base in southeastern New Mexico, allowing them to respond quickly to emergencies across diverse terrains. Their fleet extends coverage deep into New Mexico and West Texas, including Artesia, Carlsbad, Roswell, Ruidoso, Midland, Lubbock, and the surrounding areas. Ready to answer the call when every second counts. Trans-Aero Medevac, proudly serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas. Flown for free, thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
We have new dining furniture that will make you a hosting hero. This is Melanie from Glenn's Furniture. Take a break from overpriced stores. Our top-notch tables come in dining and counter heights and feature 6 to 10 chairs with styles that are sure to impress your guests. Pair your table with luxurious buffets and servers to enhance the classic dining experience. All our tables are ready for immediate delivery, so buy from Glenn's today and dine on it tonight. Come see us on the corner of Union and Alameda, where delivery is free since 1953.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 6,000 fellow Greyhounds on their journey to student student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU, student success. That's what we're about.
If you suffer from pogonophobia, you would not want to attend a party with the following people: Kenny Rogers, Santa Claus, Willie Nelson, the cast of Duck Dynasty, and 2/3 of ZZ Top. Here's Mike Winters.
Joining us in studio this morning, of course, Pastor Jim Ridgway back with us from the gig. Laura joining us as well. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mike. How's life in y'all's world this morning?
Fantastic.
Doing good, doing things. Of course, it is the holiday season, or kind of. We're into the getting into the holiday season.
Yeah, and who knew it was coming?
Yeah, well, you blink an eye, and
and it's here.
Seems like a minute ago, kids just were getting back into school, and then there's Halloween, and now Christmas is. I know we got Thanksgiving, but you blink again, it's going to be Christmas. So
I'm still blinking from July, and here we are.
Right,
exactly.
Next thing you know, kids are graduating again. It's like, man, what happened? It's all going, But yeah, we are. Well, shoot, we're about just a hair over a week away from Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir.
And of course, Jim, you're an annual tradition that the gig always does is one of many, but one that's included in there is your annual Thanksgiving feast for anyone that's got a mouth and an ability to get there and have something to eat. So
yes, sir. Yeah. A lot of people are asking me. Says, is this event for the homeless? I said, they're welcome too. Everyone is welcome. I said, but our hope down there is that someone that was there last year will come in and say, can I have a microphone? We always do an open mic. And they'll say, I was here last year and I got prayed for. I'm not homeless anymore. I didn't have to have surgery. Yeah. I accepted. I gave my life to Christ.
Yeah, we love to see the success stories. So we want to see every one of those come and share their testimony.
And that's what we live for. I mean, this is a lot of fun. It really is a lot of work too. Of course, I guess they say it is.
Hey.
I tell them, I don't see your problem.
Yes,
here's some turkeys, here's some hams, here's some stuff. Put it together. My God.
Right.
How hard can it be?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, it's simple.
He knew how hard it was last year when he saw my face afterwards. And he's like, okay, I love you.
Well, that's all right.
I want turkeys up here. I need turkeys on the soybean line, not cranberries. I need turkeys on the soybean line.
Please just give me turkey, not cranberries. You don't understand.
Well, there'll be plenty of pots to clean at the end, right? Enough to go around.
Oh no, I learned disposable. That's go disposable this year.
But yeah, this is this is a community gathering.
Yes.
It's for the homeless. Yes. Is it for
everyone?
It's for anyone. Anyone that wants to come and share a meal and enjoy some fellowship.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for help talking, yes, it's all of that. If you're just there to shake some hands, meet some people, enjoy a meal with some people, it's for that too.
Food is just a side note.
We're just celebrating each other and celebrating God.
Yeah,
that's what
it's about fellowship.
Giving thanks. That's what we're doing.
Absolutely.
Well, we look for volunteers that'll help, cook, help distribute things, help serve things, and on and on and on. We're looking for people. Come down and pray with people.
Yes.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
And Jim jokes with you, but he does appreciate everyone.
Yes, absolutely does.
People are calling and say, we'd like to come down and help. We'd like to come down and serve. We'd like to come down. I said, you come down. We'll have a place for you. I don't care how many of you there are.
We'll have a place in line for you to serve or whatever we need you to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I love that a lot of families like to use opportunities like this to teach the server's heart to their kids.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And that's a good thing. I love when families volunteer for events like this and say, hey, and they bring their kids along and they bring everybody and I think it's important that parents show their children that server side and showing that when you get older you're going to have to serve others and help others, and that's all part of the gig.
Yeah, really.
There you go.
Well, and a lot of people say, well, I can't afford to give anything. And I said that's not what it's all about. Yeah. It's time talent, and money when you're giving. And so if you have the time to come down,
Well, money is always appreciated. Every time.
Of course. But, you know, if you have a talent and you want to come down and share that talent with others,
special
then
when you're standing there side by side with
right.
folks and you're helping.
It's sowing seed.
Get through the event and thing. You know, whether it's like you said, cooking turkeys or
right.
making sure that there's enough water here, or whatever needs to be done. Just doing it. That's. And the great thing is, you know, this is come one, come all. So, you know, we're always accepting more donations because, quite frankly, it's all going to be eaten or given away.
Yes.
Every person that, you know, if there's leftovers, then the people that need it more, here you go.
Well, we take it and deliver it to people who are in when we have anything else.
So your donations will go to
absolutely.
help.
100%.
But I got to be honest, you know, you get 1,000 people out there, and it's a lot of food needed. So
yes. Well, last year we served almost 500.
There you go.
300 on the lawn, and then we took 200.
Plus the shut-ins, and
and
nobody knows how many shut-ins there were. We lost count of that early. You know what I mean?
You just pass out plates till the food runs out, pretty much.
Yes, we do.
But yes, and if you do know folks that are shut-ins or unavailable, please get on. You guys kind of have a list of.
We have a phone number 575-626-5358. They can call me for if they need and I'll talk to them, visit with them for a minute. You know what I mean, and just send me a text. Make sure I get your name, you get your number and stuff like that. You know what I mean.
That's always if you'd like to volunteer that way, because if you want to deliver meals,
that's very needed.
And here's the thing with that: if you've never experienced that kind of before, if you've never done like a Meals on Wheels or some kind of program similar, you're not just delivering a meal; you're delivering fellowship. It's a lot of times with shut-ins and folks, they don't have a lot of visitors, company. They don't see, so a lot of times you're their social, you're their connection to the world a little bit there. So,
absolutely.
So if you have the time and ability, but also please understand, you might be spending a minute or two at these houses.
Expect to spend some time.
Part of how it goes there. So, but if you love, that's a great way to, if you really want to connect with people and really see the fruits of the labor in action, go and deliver meals and meet some of the people that you're helping. It's really nice.
You go deliver meals and stuff like that. The people are so grateful that you showed up, because I've had people tell me, I called such and such a person. I called somebody, and they said they were going to bring us meal. We don't have anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of things fall through the cracks sometimes, or
Yeah, and
some people aren't what they
say
they are, and that's unfortunate. But.
And things happen. You know what I mean? Just that's in everything you do. You know what I mean? But but this year, Mike, we're having a great turnout. And Roswell, our city here. As soon as you get the word out and people know about it, they start giving and stuff like that. Everybody understands. You know what I mean? I can't give unless I get.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's a principle here. You know what I mean? You have to get so you can give.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So we need to get some turkeys and hams and some cranberry sauce and pies and rolls and canned goods and.
Everything you think of it would work well at a Thanksgiving meal is what we're looking for. And of course, always, monetary donations always fill the void for when hey, we don't have enough eggs. All right, let's go get some more eggs. Or we don't have enough water, then we'll get some water.
Right.
But so if when in doubt, but think of everything else: canned goods, pies, turkeys, potatoes. All the stuff that goes into making a Thanksgiving meal.
And I just want to say thank you to all the people who give, because this town is one of the most giving towns that I've ever seen, and we've never, ever, ever been without. Yeah,
we are definitely a town of rally the troops when it comes to. I mean, we can complain and take pot shots at each other like the best of them, but when disasters hit,
when
or
push comes
trying
to shove,
times hit, we do rally and support each other, and unfortunately, we have a lot of evidence to back that with the floods and everything else that keep happening. We don't have to be tested every time. I'm just saying.
Right. So thank you, Roswell. We love you.
But yes, we definitely, whether it's us or, things going on in neighboring communities, we're always rallying to help other people.
Yep.
So we're asking folks to keep doing that. Please donate your time, donate foods or even all the stuff, paper goods, any of that stuff. All of it is helpful. Reach out. You can call Jim, call the church, 575-626-5358 if you have questions, or if you want to, hey, I want to volunteer, or what do I got to do? And they'll be happy to
And if somebody grabs a turkey, a ham, or this, that, the other, or something like that, 109 West 12th Street, is our main drop-off location, or 2200 North Garden. If there's not somebody there, set it in front of the door there at the church. That's Hope Family Church.
Okay.
Or at 808 West 4th Street. There's a table set up on their deal.
Okay.
They go by 4 times a day. It's their home. Okay.
Okay. You might want to make arrangements if it's a perishable item like a turkey or something. I would think.
They go by there 4 times a day, 5 times a day.
So they should be quick enough.
Yeah. They'll be watching for donations and stuff.
Okay.
And I want to give a big shout out to the Salvation Army. They do deliveries and stuff. And man, nobody does it better than the Salvation Army does. They've been doing it for. Let's just go with ever.
Yes, we'll say ever.
Ever, you know what I mean? They pretty much got it down to a science, you know what I mean?
They do.
But they need drivers too. So I'm just, that's
you can help out all of them. And like you said, it's kind of, you guys do your thing, they do, but y'all work together and do all it, because at the end of the day, we're all serving the same
thing. It's all about
people.
Jesus, okay? In the end of the day, you know what I mean? Maybe, just maybe, we'll have someone accept Christ.
Well,
maybe.
And like I said, they're going to be doing their Thanksgiving deal that day too. So
on Thanksgiving Day,
we do lunch, and we will start serving food at 12. But if you want to come before to get prayer, it doesn't matter what time. As long as we're on the lawn, we'll pray for you. But food gets started at 12, and then they do dinner.
And if you're, I get it. If you need food, please go to both, get it stocked up, and let's see how long we can last until maybe that'll get you through to the next food opportunity.
I tell everybody, come on down to the courthouse lawn, because anything you can think of that you would want to cook at home for your Thanksgiving dinner, we'll have there.
Oh yeah,
okay,
turkeys, hams,
less the mess at home.
Exactly.
There you go. You can avoid the mess. Just come down here, be a part of it, get you something to eat, and get out.
Get all the smells.
There you go.
And then you can get good, and because then the turkey, whatever that is, will make you sleepy when you eat turkey.
Tryptophan.
There it is.
There you go.
Yeah.
That'll course through your veins, and then you can go settle in for a nap later on.
You can have a nap right on the courthouse lawn.
There you go.
I
Hopefully
guess.
the weather will cooperate.
Well, and bring a jacket, knock on wood, because a lot of people forget to bring a jacket.
Well,
so.
and this is southeast New Mexico, and one year it's going to be freezing.
And the next year, beautiful.
You know what? There could be, and this year, why not? You could be sitting out there in short sleeves and a t-shirt, and
hey, we will pray for nice weather.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. And also, Mike, we're going to cook about 25, 26 turkeys is our plan. You know what I mean? And stuff. And of course, we still need turkeys and hams, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But the cool thing is, we don't have to do that work. Okay, Long John Silver's, Golden Corral, Denny's,
they're all doing
Red Lobster.
They're trying to take care of that.
I take them a turkey that's ready to go. They call me, and then we start putting it all together Wednesday night. We go around to all the restaurants, pick up the turkeys, and
I know Long John Silver's got a lot of fryers. We could fry some turkeys.
Oh, that would be a good idea.
We have
sending out mental message, fry turkeys. Just saying.
Yeah. We got a smoked turkey last year that we didn't mix in with anything else. Oh my God! This thing was imported from somewhere in Texas or something like that, and I mean. The bone was even smoky. It was smoked to the bone.
I love a good smoked turkey, but my one seed's fried. If they do it right. Yeah, if you do it wrong, you just tend to burn down the neighborhood. But if you do it right, it's pretty good.
Well, we're just saying it's not dry turkey on a turkey line. No, we go all out and we make sure that it's quality food
this is just
that's
like
being
your
served.
Homemade,
yes, it is.
Unless your mom can't cook, then it's nothing like your homemade.
Yes, exactly. No, it's the mom that can cooks Thanksgiving feel.
But
yes,
it's gonna be. But again, this will be happening on noon to 2. There on Thanksgiving Day,
yes, sir.
Right here downtown in the Chaves County Courthouse lawn. Come for worship and praise and lunch and fellowship and just like you said, if you want to share your testimony, please, you're welcome to it. If you just want to be a wallflower and just come and have a meal and sit,
just
listen,
get a hug,
and then come on
come
down.
for hugs.
Yeah.
Stay for food.
Please reach out 575-626-5358 if you know a shut-in that could use a meal on Thanksgiving Day, so they can get on the list here and make sure that someone comes to visit and has a delicious Thanksgiving meal for them next week here. So, which by the way, it is next week.
It's
by the way,
literally next week.
Thursday.
It's next Thursday.
We are a week and a day away from Thanksgiving, which I'm excited, but like, oh man,
my feet are already
am I gonna
sore.
be ready? I feel like I got too many things to do between now and then. So, but and then if you're interested in volunteering, please call 575-626-5358. Reach out and say, I'd love to help out. Where do you need me? And I'm sure they'll be happy to point you in the right direction. Great, work on this, and this would be great.
And if you don't get a hold of anyone and you just want to show up and say, hey, where can you use me? We can always put you
Come
somewhere,
down and we'll hand you a spoon or a dish rag or something and put you to work.
Mm-hmm.
And Wednesday night, we will be at 2200 North Garden.
Yes.
Okay, at Hope Family Church. We'll be down there doing our preparations and stuff like that. And somebody wants to come in and fellowship and get their hands into...
Dive into turkeys.
Well, prepping
turkeys.
Prepping. We got to figure out a witty name for this, prepping and ministry. I don't know, something.
All I can tell you is
cooking in Christ. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I like the cooking in Christ. That's
it's
good.
the biggest event of organized
chaos.
Organized
I rebuke the chaos. I rebuke the chaos off of just organization. I claim the organization. I rebuke the chaos.
Jesus'
I
name.
bind it in Jesus' name. Serving 500 people, there's no room for chaos.
It's whatever his plan is. We just got to ride the train.
Amen.
Right?
Exactly.
And Mike, we always appreciate you.
we do
here so
very
we can
much.
yell out to the public and stuff.
Thank you.
Anytime. I do want to ask real quick while we got you here.
Yeah.
Of course, as soon as Thanksgiving's done, we're
Christmas.
going to have you guys come back this year to talk about your nativity, the actual path through and
gospel drive through.
Yeah, there you go. It's such amazing. You guys have been doing this for several years now, and it really is. It's kind of like a road tour of kind of the path to Bethlehem and the path
really
to our birth of Jesus Christ and why we celebrate Christmas. And it's a kind of nice family drive-through tour. It's kind of like a cocktail of seeing the Christmas lights but getting the Christmas story all in one little trip there. But we'll talk more about that.
Yeah, we will, absolutely. It's our third annual, and we're up to 17 stops now.
But game on now.
Game on.
So we'll... Right now, till next Thursday, all we're worrying about is gobbling and turkey and fellowship.
I'm still building up to the last minute. But yes, building and cooking at the same time. When the sun goes down, I'm cooking. When the sun is up, I'm building.
Any carpenters or electricians?
Right, I could use some hands for that as well. Absolutely.
Yeah, sure they could, that still has.
Let me know at Thanksgiving if you want to spare my hands. Yes,
absolutely. But yeah, we'll definitely have you guys back here probably in a few weeks.
Yeah,
to
in
talk
a few
more
weeks.
About that, so.
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
But in the meantime, don't forget the Gigs annual Thanksgiving dinner is happening once again from noon to 2 on Thanksgiving Day at the Chavez County Courthouse lawn. If you are able, please, still looking for donations of all the Thanksgiving things you love: turkeys, ham, cranberry sauce, pies, rolls,
yams,
canned goods, sweet potatoes, yams, depending on what camp you call them
even
in.
containers to serve them in,
yes,
anything, whatever.
The paper plates, things, the trays to do all that. And obviously monetary donations will help, because whatever they're lacking in one area, they can go and fill that void with the money. And then always looking for volunteers to serve and help prep that Wednesday before
Wednesday
Thanksgiving
night before at Hope Family Church on Garden.
Yeah, and then in the meantime, you can drop things off at 109 West 12th Street. They pick up, like Jim was saying, 4 times a day there. But if you have any questions, or you're like, hey, I got maybe something a little big that maybe I should hand off directly, don't hesitate to call 575-626-5358.
Yes.
All right, and all of our drop-offs, again, is at 109 West 12th, 2200 North Garden, and 808 West 4th Street.
Very good. Yes, I think you got the extra ones here. And then, of course, if nothing else, come join us Thanksgiving Day for a meal. Come join us for the fellowship. If you've come in the past, come on back. And, especially if maybe you were the person that found God or found your path in life that day. And we'd love to see you a year later and see, and we can love on you and share your experience and inspire others to help them get their lives on track. So, good deal. Yeah. Well, thank you.
Close this down with a big thank you, Jesus.
Amen.
Absolutely. And,
thank you, Jesus.
Good God, let's eat. All right.
Thank you, Mike.
I know that's not
Thank
classy,
you,
but it works for every end of every prayer. I don't care what everybody says. Thank you, guys. We'll see you here next time. And
Awesome.
God bless you. And
God
anything
bless
else
you
we can
too.
do, please don't hesitate to reach out.
Thank you, Mike.
Good deal. Thank you.
You're the man.
Now for your Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. The Eddy County Commission has approved a request for proposals to solicit competitive bidding from qualified firms for the construction of a new jail. The project will be located at 1501 Corrales Drive in Carlsbad. The current jail, built in 1993. It was updated in 2002 and again in 2012. But despite the upgrades, the sheriff's office says the jail continues to face significant structural and operational challenges. A 2019 facility report identified a number of critical deficiencies, including outdated systems, capacity concerns, and design constraints that no longer meet safety or operational standards. An outbreak of equine herpes virus has been confirmed in New Mexico, where affected horses showed fever and neurologic symptoms. Additional minor cases have been reported in Arizona, all of which are currently under quarantine. The horses all attended this year's WPRA World Finals and Elite Barrel Race event in Waco, Texas in early November. The horses in Oklahoma participated in the Barrel Futurities of America event in Guthrie, Oklahoma on November 17th and 18th before the rest of the event was canceled. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. High school football semifinals for the large schools took place over this past weekend, and congratulations to the Roswell Coyotes. They win on the road at number 5, Anthony Gatson. Actually, Gadson's the 6th seed, Roswell the 2nd seed. Roswell wins 35-17. So Roswell advances to the 5A state championship game playing Artesia. Who else? These two teams have played for the last 2 state championships. They'll do it again this Saturday in Artesia at 1 o'clock. Meanwhile, Dexter will host the 3A state championship game against St. Michael's. Dexter defeats Hope at home by a score of 24-6 to move to 10-1 on the season. Meanwhile, it was St. Mike's destroying NMMI in Santa Fe 54-8. And St. Mike's still undefeated. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
Meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We're in pretty good shape for a while. It will be a little cool today. Afternoon high in the upper 60s to about 70, but lots of sunshine and the wind should stay pretty light. Overnight will be clear with upper 30s, and then we're looking at upper 60s for the high on Tuesday. Maybe 70. Lots of sunshine. Cold front drops in on Tuesday night, so it will be cooler on Wednesday, mid-50s and sunny. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
All across America, this is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
Good morning. We'll see now if Friday's recovery in stocks continues this week. Some air has been taken out of the highest priced stocks that have come down 5% or more. One reason stocks rallied is that New York Federal Reserve President John Williams said another cut in interest rates soon is possible. He's one of the top 3 leaders of the Federal Reserve and is unlikely to have said that without coordinating with Chairman Powell. Wall Street wants another rate cut to help home sales and hiring and get business moving, though some members are still more worried about controlling inflation. The Wall Street Journal says the middle class is buckling under almost 5 years of persistent inflation. Prices are 25% higher than in 2020. Ross Mayfield of Baird Investments says prices that seem more reasonable will depend on 2 things.
I think the best thing that we can hope for is that wages continue to rise and that the Federal Reserve continues to cut rates and help consumers on that front.
President Trump's been cutting some tariff rates to try to improve affordability, which may be the word of the year this year. With business, I'm Joe Connolly.
This is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
What if the future of finance wasn't built around averages, but around you? At Abacus Global Management, we're reshaping financial planning around the most personal data point, your lifespan. But it's more than just insight, it's control. As a technology-driven asset manager, we're empowering investors with an integrated system to take command of your time, your future, your financial destiny. This is a new era of investing. Take control at abacusgm.com.
No doubt about it, our favorite season is fall.
Leaves fall, temperatures fall, and electric bills fall. Fall brings us the joy of mowing our lawn for the last time and the sadness of picking that last tomato. Here at Roswell Seed Company, we start to talk about pansies, broomweed, and the first freeze. Yeah, we can get downright giddy. This is Ben Manette from Roswell Seed Company, reminding you that fall is when Mother Nature starts to show off. Try not to miss any of it.
Thanksgiving season is here, and Roswell Honda is serving up the saving. Now through November 26th, find huge rebates and discounts across the lot for you to gobble up. Get 3.99% for 60 months on all 2026 Honda CR-V, CR-V Hybrid, or HR-V. 2.99% for 60 months on 2025 Honda Accord Hybrid, or at least the all-new 2026 Honda Civic Hybrid, just $269 a month for 36 months. Plus, get a free soda 12-pack just for stopping by, free pie with a qualified test drive, and a free turkey with purchase. All into savings at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Celebrate Black Friday and 50 years in business with Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. Get great buy one, get one off 50% deals on all clothing from brands you know and love, including hats from Resistol, Stetson, Huey, and Twister, boots from Ariat, Justin, Durango, Twisted X, and more. Clothing, jewelry, and accessories from Wrangler, Ariat, Kimes, and Cinch. Even Turquoise jewelry is buy one, get one 50% off. Handbags, toys for the kids, and fur babies, all buy one, get one 50% off. Plus, special 50th anniversary giveaways now through Christmas. Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply, 1105 East 2nd in Roswell, celebrating 50 years.
Pecos Valley Broadcasting has immediate entry and experience level and radio and live stream video sales executive positions open in Artesia and Carlsbad. You'll work with our amazing team to build and maintain accounts and dive into advertising and marketing promotions. Experience in sales is preferred and bilingual opportunities are available. Base guarantee plus bonuses and commissions. Apply now. Email your details or resume to hireme@pvbcradio.com. Take your career to the next level with Pecos Valley Broadcasting, an equal opportunity employer.
Your fingernails grow faster on your dominant hand. Not sure which is your dominant hand? Just wait. You'll nail it. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is closing in on 8:51. Got a few minutes here before top of the hour news and all that. Stay tuned next hour around 9:15 or so. We're going to replay our interview we had on Friday with Chaves County Undersheriff Charles Eastless. Joined us talking just holiday tips. And we did talk a little bit about the football game. They're doing a send-off and all that on Saturday. But most of the time we talk about the just the holidays and, protecting things and stuff like that. Just general information. Speaking of the football, don't forget we will have a championship game for you on Saturday as your number 2 seed Roswell Coyotes will travel to the number 1 seed Artesia Bulldogs this Saturday. That kickoff will be at 1 o'clock. Pregame will start about 12:30. We'll have the game for you. It's an audio-only affair right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, audio only, and the video channel as well at ksvptv.com. The Artesia Bulldog feed or version in the Artesia channel, the Roswell Coyote channel. Well, you know where. So it'll be all there.
Also across all of our other streaming services, including our YouTube channel, KSVP TV on YouTube.
Yeah. Audio only.
Audio only.
Yes.
It is a useful tool if I'm, I've got some things going on in the afternoon, taking care of the kids, running some errands, whatever. If you just pop into the KSVP TV channel, usually the screenshot will be the most recent score. So it's handy.
Yeah.
So, you just pop and be like, okay, that's where Artesia is, and that's where Roswell is. Whereas before, you had to go to Max Preps, and you search for Roswell High School, and you have to go to football, and it's a whole process.
Now it's like, boop, boop, boop.
And watch an ad. Yeah.
Or 2 or 12.
Yeah. Max Preps complicates things.
You know what's I noticed this morning that was in the fridge still? Was that Taco Bell pie.
Yeah, I need to get rid of that.
I'm just wondering, how do you know when it's bad?
I believe it's when it yellows. If my elementary color wheel knowledge is any indication, I think it's when it turns yellow.
Okay, I was like,
or when it starts chunking.
Although I gotta be honest, I bet that thing's perfectly fine if you eat it right now.
As many preservatives are probably in that thing. Yeah, I'm sure it's fresh as the day I bought it.
To be honest, them cockroaches and that pie are going to survive a nuclear. If we had a nuclear, bloop, that pie's like, it's fine.
No, we got Twinkies, and there's still like 16 of these pies. I think we'll be okay for a little while.
I wonder. Because I was just thinking about that. I was like, oh yeah, that pie's still. I was looking this morning. I was like, because I noticed we're out of water, and I was like, oh,
we are very out of water. Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's like, I don't want to necessarily throw away, especially not for how much I paid for it.
Sure,
but I'm not going to consume it anymore, especially not now. So yeah, I'll probably just get rid of it.
Should have brought it to Friendsgiving.
Yeah, well, it probably would have been good by that point.
I think it's still good. I think, honestly, it's probably just fine.
All right, well.
I wouldn't eat it.
Tune in tomorrow morning because we're going to run a test.
I don't want nothing to do with it, but I bet you it's fine.
How do you know when it's gone bad? When it moves itself.
Yeah, when it walks itself out the fridge.
When it looks at you, I'm going to head out.
I mean, it already looks like a cartoon pie to begin with. I mean.
Right? Yeah, ever since I saw that it was basically the color of Skeeter, I was just like, good.
Yeah. It was, and you know what? I saw, weirdly enough, that we tried it, that pie, that weekend, that Sunday, on the KOB morning news.
Yeah.
They procured one of those pies too and ate it. I was like, hey, they're squeezing in our pig. They're eating the Taco Bell pie.
That's the thing is those products are only put out so silly shows will have a bit. And it's free promotion for Taco Bell.
Same thing with that Oreo.
Yeah.
The expensive box of holiday Oreos.
Which I've seen a couple of like thumbnails for videos. Like I tried I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to get it, but
I look.
I'm pretty sure they're probably sold out by this point.
Probably. It's just. I don't know. Is it really worth?
12 cookies for what amounts to $40-something.
Yeah.
No, it is not worth it under any stretch. It's the same.
But even the bit's not worth it.
Exactly. It's the Dubai chocolate all over again.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where we're going to get it and we're going to say, it's not bad.
Not gonna lie. I'm all about I'm not out buying Dubai chocolate, but if someone hands it, I'm gonna go. It's good.
I'm saying that's the
it's
next.
Not $15 a candy bar good, but
the next thing we commit a bit to, I feel like, besides the ramen, should be something that's a challenge. Like not something that's designed to be delicious. I feel like we're doing ourselves a disservice and the people, really, by not putting ourselves through random
and to be honest,
bits of torture.
I'm gonna think a few of those Oreos are not delicious.
Well, okay, every one of those. Like besides the turkey and stuffing one, sounds like something that
plausible,
would work. Yeah, exactly. Like the I think I don't have the list in front of me, but I think one of them was like corn or green beans. I'm sure. I'm sure they could make it taste a little earthy or something. But then the other ones were dessert flavors. It was like pecan pie. There was like caramel apple pie, I think, which we've had.
Right. Well, I had watermelon Oreo and it was delightful. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I liked it.
I saw festive Oreos. It stopped me in my tracks. I was walking through Allsup's. I saw festive Oreos and it was just with colorful icing. I'm like, what else are you bringing to the table, Oreo? Come on, I need popping candy or something, a different flavor, some collab with like a weird candy bar.
You know what else I'm really weirdly, and I know it's a gimmick, but I still want to know if it tastes different. The stupid Santa head Kit Kats. They're just Kit Kats, but they're shaped like Santa heads or something.
I haven't seen that.
They're the Christmas Kit Kats.
Well,
but I know they're going to taste like Kit Kats, but I wonder if they're not in wafer shape. Do they like a
different consistency or something?
Is the chocolate going to be different?
Well, because like Big Cat. Oh, hey, that is interesting. I've not seen these.
Yeah.
Honestly, it seems like a way to deliver you less Kit Kat. Like, it doesn't seem like there's as much. Although, have you ever had a Big Cat?
Yes.
Like the ones that are like candy bar size?
Cat.
That's basically what this would be.
I enjoy the Big Cat.
Yeah, I also do, but I will say that in its form with the Big Cat, it's too much bottom chocolate.
Yeah.
Like you have to kind of chip that away before.
But there's a lot of wafer.
There's a lot of wafer.
And to me it works. I kind of like the bottom chocolate with the.
I'm sure I've mentioned.
Wafer.
I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but you know what the stuff is between the wafers?
We have, but I don't remember.
When Kit Kats come out misformed or misshapen or deformed,
that's right.
They throw them into a big thing and blend it, and that's the stuff they put in the middle. So it's just zombified Kit Kats.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought that's pretty awesome. The fallen Kit Kats, are the things that hold.
I think they should sell
their
a
wafer
tub of that
brothers,
stuff.
right?
Like a spreadable.
They sell everything Cinnamon Toast Crunch flavored. Where's my Kit Kat spread?
Yeah, I would be totally down.
We have the technology. Don't tell me we don't.
Yeah. Just saying.
If we can do squeezable gravy, then we can do Kit Kat spread. Doggone it.
That's right. Oh, man. So we only got a minute, but I got to ask, just of Thanksgiving stuff, what's the one thing that you would eat? Like if there was all right, you take away everything but this thing and I'm good. What is it at Thanksgiving?
Well, I mean, cranberry, but that's sort of it's an accoutrement food or accompanying food.
Okay.
I would say probably like a mashed potato situation.
Okay.
As long as there's a gravy component.
Okay.
Dry mash wouldn't work, but yeah, that's I think the one essential you kind of need.
You know what? I used to be, it's got to be turkey, but I gotta lie. Right now, I'm leaning deviled eggs.
You know what? I had some pretty good deviled eggs over the weekend. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm in a deviled egg mode now. I'm ready for some deviled eggs.
Tis the season.
Hey,
that's why you were looking at stretchy pants. I understand.
That's right. I need some. Although deviled egg, in theory, there's a lot of healthy there.
In theory.
Yes, in theory. All right, it is closing in on 9 o'clock. We'll be back on the other side of Town Hall News. Don't go away.
Your home for Armed American Radio in Roswell. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. Both the U.S. and China say that Presidents Trump and Xi were on the phone today. They talked about trade as well as Taiwan and Ukraine. And top U.S. and Ukrainian officials have reported substantial progress toward ending the war in Ukraine.
At weekend talks in Geneva, officials discussed an American proposal for peace, which some European allies fear is too favorable to Moscow. Secretary of State Marco Rubio described the talks as productive. He shared few details, though he said any final agreement would need Russia's approval. Earlier, President Trump complained on social media that Ukraine's leaders were not grateful for U.S. military assistance. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Israel has struck Lebanon's capital, Beirut, for the first time since June, saying it killed Hezbollah's chief of staff and warning the Iran-backed terrorist group not to rebuild and rearm. 50 of the 303 school kids abducted from a Catholic school in Nigeria have escaped. They're now back with their families. 50 youngsters between the ages of 10 and 18 escaped individually between Friday and Saturday. A total of 253 school children and 12 teachers are still missing after gunmen attacked the Catholic school last week. So many predictions regarding the outcome of next year's midterm elections. How will the Democrats fare and how will the Republicans do? The way House Majority Whip Tom Emmer figures it, Republicans are in a good position.
We only have 3 of our members in seats that Kamala Harris won. And by comparison, our colleagues on the other side of the aisle have 11 of their members. This is without redistricting. They have 11 of their members in seats that Donald Trump won in the last election.
The Minnesota Republican on the Salem Radio Network. Watching Wall Street, the Dow is up 263 points. The NASDAQ 442 points higher, and the S&P is better by 79. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
British doctors report progress in the case of a 3-year-old California boy. His treatment with a groundbreaking gene therapy began a year ago, targeting a debilitating disease called Hunter's syndrome.
Before the treatment, the toddler was unable to produce an enzyme crucial for keeping cells healthy due to a faulty gene. In the most severe cases of Hunter syndrome, patients often don't survive beyond the age of 20. But in a world first, cells were removed from Oliver's blood and a working copy of the faulty gene was inserted before the modified cells were given back to him. He's now producing the missing enzyme and has stopped all other treatment.
The BBC's Fergus Walsh. The death toll and widespread flooding caused by heavy rains in Southeast Asia has increased, with another person killed in Vietnam. Reports of 5 deaths in Thailand. News and analysis, townhall.com. At least 5 families say their babies were treated for infant botulism after consuming ByHeart formula months before the current outbreak was detected. More than 30 babies have been treated for the rare, life-threatening disease in the outbreak that started in August. ByHeart recalled all of its products nationwide. Where do all of those Christmas trees come from? Unless you cut your own, it may come from a place like this where that sweet aroma is in the air.
Especially in Pennsylvania farm country, in the form of a giant Christmas tree sale. Thousands of trees and other seasonal items have been sold at the Buffalo Valley Produce Auction. Buyers from all across the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic there to supply their garden stores and other retail outlets. The Real Christmas Tree Board says it's the scent of trees. It's a major draw for farm-grown trees. Jason Walker reporting.
More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Tres Inviernos.
Oh, Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Thanksgiving Monday.
Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah. Maybe.
I think today is the day to take your turkey out of the freezer, or was you should already have had it out of the freezer? I can't remember the breakdown. I think it's that it should thaw today and you need to start brining it tomorrow.
Okay. Unless you're doing some other thing.
Unless you're doing something else with it.
Deep frying or something.
Yeah. But in that case, you definitely need to take it out of the freezer now because it needs to be fully thawed, dried, and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, if you wait till like Thursday, you're going to have a problem.
I watched a video where there's this guy named Guga on YouTube, and he does crazy things with food.
Yeah.
There's a trend where people are stuffing butter under the skin of their turkeys, like full sticks.
Okay.
So this guy went extreme with it. He did 13 sticks of butter.
Wow.
That he shoved into this turkey, under the skin and every single like nook and cranny. He put it into like the legs, into the actual, crevice, of course.
That's a waste of butter.
Under all this, he said it was the most, from what I saw in the video, it was the juiciest turkey that they have ever had.
Yeah.
They spatchcocked it too, which is another thing that, like, you know, gave them extra real estate for butter stuffing.
It's the first time we've said that word in the holiday season.
It is? Oh my gosh! Holy crap! That's the first spatchcock of the season. That's exciting. I didn't even realize that.
Fa la 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 la
Spatchcock. It's one of my favorite turkey preparation techniques, actually.
Yeah.
Not only is it fun to say, it also leads to, like, if you do it, you know, the correct way, you know, you don't have to crack it. They just have to take scissors and remove the spine and butterfly it.
Yeah.
It cooks an insanely way faster, and it leads to usually a, you know, better tasting and juicier turkey.
Whole hog cookers, some swear by that method too. And I put it this way: I've had it both ways, and I like them both.
Honestly, I'm a fan. Yeah, I'm a fan of either way.
Yeah.
The smoked turkey that we had this weekend was just on point.
Was that Jocelyn on turkey?
No, Misty handled the turkey.
Yeah. Okay.
I believe Jocelyn did the ham. That was fantastic. I always love people's different ham preparations because everybody has a little different one.
Yeah.
Like the one in my kid's mom's family, the Thanksgivings that we usually had, their ham, one of us had to go to the Allsups usually on Thanksgiving Day because she needed one single 20-ounce bottle of Coca-Cola.
Oh.
See, they're a Pepsi family, so they always had Pepsi on hand, but she needed one single bottle of Coca-Cola because that was the perfect, it caramelized it, she basted it several times in it, and I'm not going to lie, it made some pretty tasty ham.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. A Maryland tradition, and I've talked about this once, but most people look at me as stuffed ham.
Stuffed ham? So like a ham, like a roll?
Here's the one big difference. It's not smoked. It's a fresh ham.
Okay.
And then they stuff it with it's a lot of there's different recipes, but it's kind of sage and these other things. And it's not very popular except for like the Maryland area and that Middle Atlantic area, and it's
what is it with you people and stuffing meal and everything?
We just
crab cakes, ham rolls.
Now you don't stuff a crab cake. A crab cake is nothing but pure lump.
Well, there's got to be a little bit of meal in there to keep her together.
Just enough to bind it.
Let's see, stuffed ham.
Yeah.
All right, stuffed ham. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I think I've looked this up before. It doesn't look quite like I was thinking it did.
Yeah,
so that seems like
it's very good.
A complicated process.
It's very labor intensive, and my family never made it. I've always had other people's families that made it, and so that's how I've had it. Like when I worked in that meat room for a couple years when I was 18, there was a guy that his family did a stuffed ham every year, and he'd always bring some in, and that's how I'd get to try.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it looks revolting.
Yeah, it's not.
It really. It looks like your ham has some sort of disease on it.
It's like a chia ham.
It really is. But I've never let that stop me from trying food before, so I'm not gonna stop at that.
It's quite good, actually. You know, we do have a few weird proclivities. You know, I had a whole thing on Scrapple last week for some reason.
Well, I went looking. It's not something you find around these parts.
Yeah, it's not.
I found you could find it, but it was pricey. But then I found one that was reasonably priced at like $12 or $13. I'm like, ooh! I selected it, and it was a story of the history of Scrapple. It was a book.
A book about Scrapple.
It was a book about Scrapple. Yes. So that's on its way.
You know what? You fry it up, it wasn't bad either. That book was all right.
It surprisingly palatable. Okay. That reminded me of something. Now, this was a product that never actually made it to print.
Yeah.
But they made an infomercial about it.
Okay.
So, are you familiar with Kathy Mitchell? Kathy Mitchell. She's the woman behind like the Turbo Cooker, the Turbo XL, all those like countertop make your life easier products.
That broke a year.
Yeah. The dump cake lady.
Yes.
So, she came out with a product that I guess never released, but it was called Eat This Book.
All right.
Okay.
Edible books?
No. So here's what it is. It was a book of her recipes, and I think she said it had like 40 recipes. But each recipe was a piece of paper that you could tear out of the book, lay out on your counter, and it had like fill-in spots for what, like a little place for onions, a place for garlic, a place for all these things. And then all you did was, and it was parchment paper. So you wrapped up the package and you put it in your oven and it made dinner. It was like fettuccine, Alfredo, and like different, like one pot, crock pot meals essentially.
Yeah.
But it seems like kind of a really genius concept.
I think that sounds really genius after a night of smoking copious amounts of weed. And then when you actually try to execute said plan, there's no way this is going to work.
You're like, I want to make a meal, but it's not going to happen unless I have bubbles that I can fill in for my onions. And the other problem is, you're like, ooh, I love this recipe. Well, I'm glad you liked it because we just ate it.
Right.
We just ate the page.
We will never have it again unless I buy another book.
Right. Well, and that was the gimmick, too, is that when you buy it, you get a second book free. So you get another set of recipes.
I'd just rather have one book with 30 Alfredos in it.
Right.
You're like, all right, another Alfredo.
Exactly.
We're down to 4 Alfredos.
We're going to have to parse these out, all right?
Right.
Grandma's coming next week.
Can we Xerox these?
But it was a product that they put the infomercial out, but it never made it to print. It was one of the just people like online were like, I'd love to see a copy of it. Doesn't exist. Just does not exist. But
well, problem was they made one, and then they cooked them all, and they said, I don't remember how to do it again.
We forgot. We ate all the recipes. Sorry, Kathy.
Oops. Someone should have wrote these down on something that wasn't edible.
Next time, let's remember to write those down, right?
That's right.
Catalog them somehow.
They were delicious, but I remember.
Maybe in a less edible format.
That's right.
Next time.
All right, we better get the hour going. So no more other interviews a little long, and I can't drive this thing masterfully yet, so I'm going to screw it up. We're going to play our interview we had with Charles Eastos from Undersheriff of the Sheriff's Department. He joined us on Friday. Had a great conversation with him. We're going to play that in a minute. But before we do that, let's get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We're in pretty good shape for a while. It will be a little cool today, afternoon high in the upper 60s to about 70, but lots of sunshine and the wind should stay pretty light. Overnight will be clear with upper 30s, and then we're looking at upper 60s for the high on Tuesday, maybe 70. Lots of sunshine. Cold front drops in on Tuesday night, so it will be cooler on Wednesday, mid 50s and sunny. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 50 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity's at 59% with west winds at 9 miles per hour. Sunny and a high of 69 today with northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Skies will be clear tonight. Overnight low of 37 degrees. Winds out of the west at around 5 miles per hour. Sunny and 68 for your Tuesday. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, mostly clear. Overnight low of 34 degrees. For Wednesday, sunny and 58, so we do have a 10-degree drop on Wednesday. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Wednesday night, overnight low 30, below freezing under mostly clear skies. For your Thanksgiving Day, we do warm back up into the mid-60s, 64 and sunny. Thursday night, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 36. And then looking at Friday and the weekend, sunny and 66 for Saturday. Mostly sunny, 67 on Saturday. Partly cloudy and 66 on Friday. And partly cloudy and 54 on Sunday. All right, 9:16, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Then we're going to play our interview with Charles Eastos from the Sheriff's Department. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
All right, Mr. Gobbles, it's that time of year again. Got any last requests? What? You want a smoking deal on a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle? Mucho dinero for your trade and your credit pardon? Well, you're going to have to go to Roswell Ford. Hey, Roswell. Roswell Ford is talking real turkey. With our most aggressive offers in more than 5 years. Right now, get massive savings on new Fords and quality pre-owned vehicles with 0% financing and no payments till February 2026. Plus, if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to help you escape from your trade. Even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. Worried that your credit is a little foul? Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders who will push to approve your credit even if it's less than perfect. All roads lead to huge American-made savings and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com.
0 APR for 48 months is $20.83 per thousand finance. Interest accrues from date of sale. Subject to lender approval. On select vehicles. Offers not combined.
Some wounds need expert care to heal properly. At Artesia General Hospital's Wound Care and Hyperbaric Medicine Center, we use advanced treatments like hyperbaric oxygen therapy to help chronic wounds heal faster. If you or a loved one has a wound that won't heal, call 575-736-8235 today and take the first step toward recovery.
It's Mornings with Mike Winters. He's portly, short, balding, short-sighted, and long-winded. Sorry, ladies, he's taken. Here's Mike Winters.
Morning. Undersheriff for the Travis County Sheriff's Department, Charles Eastlis, back with us. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Good morning to you. Good morning to Travis County.
How's life in your world this morning?
It is busy, breakneck, but that's good.
Yeah.
Both good and bad.
Absolutely. Of course, with the holiday week, I imagine it anytime holidays hit, no matter, really, it's a busy week for law enforcement. It just is.
I think it's busy weeks all around, but with the holiday coming up, we have a lot of events, a lot of things coming up. We have teams that are going to be traveling. They're going to be leaving this weekend. And so, we want to wish them good luck and also safe travels. There's going to be a lot of people on the roadway making their way back home and things like that.
I know it's a little early, but I know they're going to do a send-off for the Coyotes at like 6 in the morning.
We will be there at 6 in the morning.
Yeah,
yes,
I believe at the Wool Bowl. Out there.
Yes, we've been coordinating that, and so we're really excited. They're headed to Anthony and. We're down in that area.
Yes,
so,
Gadsden, going to the Gadsden game. Yeah.
So we're gonna give them a good send off in the morning, and it's real important to let them know that they're going to be missed.
Absolutely.
And then get your behinds back.
Well, get back safe, and then get ready for hopefully one more game next weekend.
That's right. And with a lot of the traveling coming up next week, the schools are going to be out for the week.
Which means probably some of the holiday travel will start this weekend for some families.
I have no doubt.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So just be careful on the roads out there.
Yes.
And I imagine you guys will be what you do during the holidays, doing the checkpoints and things.
We're going to be
out
running
and about.
saturation patrols and checkpoints. And it's not to cause a hindrance to anybody or their travels. It's to make sure that everybody stays safe.
Everybody is going to wake up Friday morning. Even if it's in jail, you're still waking up Friday morning, and that's exactly what we're trying to make sure happens.
Exactly.
And so, and trust me, folks. All the folks that see the checkpoint and do the turnaround moves, the cops know every single one of those moves.
We call that a clue in this business. In this business, that's called a clue,
They learned that like day 3 in training or something. But no, seriously. It's one of those things that for every move, you guys see it, and anticipate it. And so just
be prepared for, you may not run across the checkpoint or anything, but be prepared for one. And the way you do that is make sure that you have your insurance information. You can have it electronically. Pull it up on your phone, screenshot it, keep it in your pictures of your phone. Make sure that you know where your registration is. Make sure that all your lights are working. How many of us actually walk around, and look at our lights before we go on a trip, much less on a daily basis. And I get it, but even though they just do a quick walk around.
They taught us that way back in driver's ed. Like I remember,
I taught driver's ed. And
I remember like the first walk around the car, make sure.
Don't be that guy.
Yeah. The only place I ever saw that really happen is the Air Force, because government and planes they take that part seriously.
Oh, absolutely.
But when's the last time you walked around?
There's no pulling to the side of the clouds, right?
When's the last time you got out? All right, check my signals.
Exactly. And so some of the things that we suggest doing, especially with the holidays and the holiday travel coming up, is also make sure that you keep a blanket in your vehicle. The weather in New Mexico, warm and sunny in the morning and freezing and cold in the afternoon. We see 4 seasons in 24 hours.
Yep.
So make sure that you keep a blanket in your vehicle with you. Make sure that you have a safety kit. some type of safety kit, even if it's just a boo-boo repair kit for your
to be honest, I know if you go to like any store, they usually have like a car, usually in the automotive section, like an automotive first aid kit. Throw something like that back there, you know. That's
it's
always
real
a good
simple.
idea.
And you can build one to your needs, to your liking, probably cheaper than you could buy one.
Sure.
Again, it's not the ability to just buy one and throw it in there. I get it, and you know,
I mean, but at bare minimum, at least do something like that.
At least have your jumper cables. Now they sell a lot of jump boxes and things like that. So make sure that you have a way to get your vehicle started.
Well, and also
back
remember,
going.
sometimes the stuff's not just for you. Sometimes you might come across a thing and need to render first aid
or get a phone
help.
call from a relative or a friend or somebody that says, "Hey."
And we live in a state where when you leave the towns, there are parts of, especially if you're going traveling up north, you get off the side of the road. I mean, almost every couple of years, someone's stuck down there a week because they went off the road and are down there and had to survive in their car for a week. And so, keep a
There's
blanket.
nothing there.
Keep some water. Throw some snacks in there. You know,
That's
I mean, obviously, I wouldn't put big perishable things, but maybe keep some granola bars
you can go
some
to
chips.
You can go to Walmart. You can go to these places and buy a case of crackers, cheese and crackers, or peanut butter and crackers,
or beef jerky.
Get a case of water for $4, $5. Throw it in the back. It serves two purposes. One, it's for yourself, and two, for your vehicle.
Absolutely.
You might need the water for your vehicle. You might run across somebody else that might need water. You just never know. Water is life.
Is life, absolutely.
Absolutely.
So it's just smart, especially if you're traveling and doing road tripping and anything like that. It's just it's just smart. But when it comes to the checkpoints and things, and obviously, if you're going to be drinking and then leave the driving to someone else. That's
right.
just, it's too easy. And for the love of God, wait till you get to your destination when you start texting and doing that stuff.
And that's a big one too. And we see it all the time. And society in itself is this is the texting era. This is even law enforcement, they have a full-on laptop in their vehicle. And I get it. It's hard sometimes to hear it go off or have something, but we're never too busy to be to the end of our life.
Sure.
And so what I mean by that is slow down, pull over to the side, take care of what you need to take care of, because it's that split second. And you look up, and all of a sudden, there's a person, a vehicle, an animal, anything in the roadway. And it happens quick.
It does. And this is something that I didn't even think about from a law enforcement perspective, because like you said, you got a lot more of bells and whistles going on in that car that they're giving on a given moment. And so I imagine that's a lot of your all's training is like, look, when you're in driving, lay off the laptop.
We are not and if you see, and I'll tell you right now, if you see any deputies doing that, give me a call, because we discourage that, and we don't want them doing that.
Sure.
And we're not the do as I say, do as I don't do as I do police. We are the.
But it's hard to train it, because in the heat of a moment, especially if you're in a pursuit or something, and you're trying to run a license or something like that, I get the sense of urgency there. But at the end, and this is kind of the been police philosophy, even like nationally with like police chases and things. They're saying, hey, if it's a populated area, let them go. There's enough cameras. We'll catch them later.
That's right.
Obviously out in the county, more rural, where there's less people out there. But you guys exercise that same kind of caution. And if the juice ain't worth the squeeze, you'll call it off and say, hey, we'll let the cameras. You can't outrun a camera at this point.
And I'll tell you right now, we have flock cameras that are set up around Chaves County, coming into Chaves County on the major highways, and we're going to be installing more. And they not only read license plates, but they take a picture of your vehicle. Now there are guidelines. We can't just go in and research people and see who's driving what just to do it. But if it comes back as a stolen vehicle, we'll get a text message.
You got a probable cause
or an email.
situation, yeah.
It'll notify the deputies. It'll notify all of us that a stolen vehicle just went through, and it takes a picture of it. It sends out a picture of it to everybody, or it says a stolen license plate, missing person, wanted felon, things such as that. And that has been a tremendous tool. And it's not any big secret. We want it to be known out there, because it's a
deterrence.
If you've committed a crime and you think you're coming to Roswell to hide out, don't do it.
You're not going to be hiding long.
It. That's right. And so it's one of those things where
to be honest, if people know that, they're less likely to do it. It's
that's
like,
right.
Shoot, if I do this, I'm going to be caught.
Sure. The eye in the sky is everywhere.
Exactly.
It is everywhere now.
It is.
And we have the license plate readers on our
good,
vehicles.
bad, and indifferent. It is.
If you see the deputies driving through parking lots, a lot of times you'll see them going through parking lots of hotels and things like that. They have license plate readers. We have them on our vehicles now. And so they can drive down
And just see
and
if
it's reading
anything's
the
lagging.
license plates, and if it hits on a license plate that's been reported stolen or a person that's connected to a license plate that's been reported missing, a suspect or anything like that, it'll alert us.
Nice.
So it's just another tool.
That's pretty good. Well,
It's
and,
an amazing
and I imagine
tool.
it's a lot of warrants have been served that way.
They have.
A lot of a lot of people that have been on the run are now getting caught by justice. And but this is kind of the point we're saying is just you keep your thing clean and do everything else. Another thing I know
don't bring your stuff here.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you will get caught.
If you're a criminal, don't come here. Stay over there.
We'll get you. Or
That's
come
right.
here and we'll get you a nice spot in the jail.
And we'll get you back over there by transport.
Right. Absolutely. But I imagine it even works on the bigger picture with the bigger federal drug trafficking, sex trafficking. I imagine because let's face it, just because where we're located in this geographically speaking,
that's right.
A lot of drugs, a lot of the riffraff coming across the border runs right through our backyard here.
And it's an amazing. The cameras, for example, are an amazing tool because it's not just set up here. There are thousands that it's linked to down in the patch, across Texas, across other states, across the United States, where we've gotten a hit for a license plate that was stolen out of Chicago or New York, one of those two.
Oh, wow.
But so it not only does it tell you across the nation, but you can also pattern somebody.
Okay.
You can also see where the camera has picked that vehicle up and see their travel route.
So you basically got a timeline
That's
of
exactly
what they've
right.
been doing. Okay.
So it's a tremendous tool.
Absolutely.
It's an amazing tool that the deputies and detectives are working with. And
I imagine this could really almost eliminate the long kidnapping situation type deals.
We would hope.
Almost like
make it harder for them to get away.
That Gabby Petito story that was kind of out here about a year ago. Now it's on Netflix.
Right.
Like this technology probably could have stopped that.
Well,
weeks in advance.
Well, they had him at one time.
Yeah.
And
they let him go.
And they let him
Yeah.
go. But you just don't, just at that particular time, you didn't know what the totality
but
was.
once, like if the parents report him missing or whatever, and that would have red flagged it a long time ago. And so that's kind of where we could see in the future these kinds of
these things come in handy.
Yeah.
This is today's technology. Are you kidding? I still have somebody set my watch for me. I'm yesterday's technology.
Right.
This is today's technology where it is.
You got a big watch, and that's not even like an Apple Watch. It's just like a Timex jobber.
This is my Casio G-Shock.
Yeah, so it's like an Iron Man job.
It'll tell me the barometric pressure and all these other things that when we're flying and whatnot. And
I love that. That's impressive.
Well, until you rub a raw spot on your hand here from the buttons and everything.
I just appreciate because everybody's got a watch like that anymore. It's always an Apple Watch or a smartwatch.
This is too fancy for me.
See, my problem is I'm a lefty, and I wear it on, and so my watch is in my way. I never wear a watch, and once we got phones, I was like, I got someone's got the time on me now. I'm good.
Now I can say this will give me everything, and why we were flying to a seminar last year, and being the nerd, I'm like that. Hey, we're right now at 31,000 feet. Why did anyone need to know that? I don't know.
But it's nice to know.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Conversation
But
started.
it'll tell you.
Yeah. What you need to do is go with the joke more with 31,000. I better take my pill. Or just say something really
31,
random.
30, 29, 28. What's going on?
Right? Just start messing with people.
That's right.
That's what you use that for. It's like, that's not good.
If you hear my watch go off, never mind, disregard that.
Yeah, that's perfect. But yes, but please know we're out and about. And another thing, while we're talking about this before we move on here, is right after that we're going to be Black Friday, Christmas shopping,
right into
and all
Christmas
of that.
Shopping, so
don't forget crimes of opportunity.
Yes.
Property crimes are really tick up during this year. They're going to be lock your doors. Don't leave your packages in plain sight. Odds are if you do some of those things, because a lot of times they're just door checking.
That's right.
And if they get a jackpot, they're opening through and rummaging. So locking a door is 90% of the battles.
That's right. I was invited to do a talk last week on exactly that. Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you, if you're interested in hearing about that, and you have a business or something, you can get a hold of me, 624-6500, or my cell phone, 575-840-3353. I don't keep it a secret or anything. But I'll tell you, it's important because that was exactly my talk. Mm-hmm. Right now, criminals are looking for what they call smokers, and smokers are your vehicles that you start and you leave running while you go back inside.
Gotcha.
You want them to be toasty and warm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're driving down the streets looking for vehicles that are running early in the morning.
And your dead gateway's the exhaust.
And, exactly. And they'll hop out, run up, and try the door handle. If it opens, they've got it. If you're not in it, they've got it. So be aware of that. If you're going to start your vehicle, make sure you lock it back up.
And I know a lot of more modern conveniences have
typically
the remote starts. But if you don't have those things, lock your door and and then come back. If it's really handy if you got an old school car that has a door key separate from the start key.
Yeah, you remember those? One was round, the other one was square.
Exactly. That would be handy because then you use your start key, then you use your other key, and then you're good to go.
Your fingers were so cold, you're like, I can't get in the door.
And it was metal key.
Exactly. Yeah. They were freezing on top of that. But yeah, so
matter of fact, I bet some of your cars still have them, right?
They do.
Yes. Some of your collectible cars.
My older cars, my 48 and 67, they have the two keys. Yes. and I like those.
There's a soft spot for that. You had to grow up.
Yes.
You know what? And I'm still I don't know why. I imagine it's a safety thing. I loved the gas tank was behind the license plate.
Right. Kind of. You had to pull it down and put the fuel and everything.
It was a classy hidden move. I liked it, and I imagine it's probably very dangerous in a Ren. That's why they don't do it. But I love the convenience of it.
You remember what was it? Chevy Chase. Whenever he got the new truckster.
Oh yeah,
the family truckster, and he's trying to look for it, and he flings the license plate off. And so you can tell our era whenever you can't find you pull up and you're like, which side is the fuel on?
Check the license plate.
Yeah, exactly. They had to dummy proof it and put a little arrow telling you which side to look for.
Oh yeah, now we got all that. Yeah, exactly. And people still don't do it right.
No.
I every time I pull up the gas station, there's only one person they pull out, and wrong side, dude.
Or if you're traveling with the little know-it-aller sometimes, and you're like, and I know I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but it's like, the gas tank's on this. Yes, I know, honey. I wanted to look at something real quick here. Just play that off and then move around to the other side or something.
I was waiting for an opportunity.
I meant to do that. Yeah.
Exactly.
You don't know what I'm doing.
That's right. There's a method to my madness.
That's right. But yeah, be very cautious with this time of year.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be, when you go out shopping, if you're going to be carrying your wallet, which a lot of people do, obviously, cash is really kind of not as common anymore. It's now the cards.
Some places people give you a dirty looks if you give them cash. Yeah,
well, they look at you like they look at you like it's something. I said, well, can I just pay you in cash?
Yeah.
What? We don't take cash.
What is that?
I said, well, okay, well, never mind then.
Technically, isn't it illegal? Like, that's legal tender.
It is legal tender.
You have to accept it.
Well, and what is it? They no longer are making the pennies because it costs 4 cents to make 1 cent.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. But, and I always would drop the pennies in the little penny thing anyway. They're a coin that just is over.
The only reason I like them is so I can put them in a big jar and go hit one of those coin stars one day. That's the only.
But then you don't want to be that guy that's holding up the line.
I'm doing it proudly. I'm like, this is 20 years of pennies.
There you go. Well, you may run across that penny that's worth $1 billion. You never know.
You never know.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
But where if you're gonna take your wallet, things like that, wear a cross, a fanny pack or something. I know the fanny pack era is not cool anymore, but a lot of them now we have I wear one, the little bag of immerse.
Something that just can't bump and run and take off.
Right.
Of you. Something they gotta have effort there.
And be very cautious of people that are trying to get up close to you and stand up next to you. A lot of times, they have the card readers, and now you can buy a lot of the wallets and things that RFI.
They got a little
they have
RF protector or something. Yeah,
exactly.
The one I got now has one.
Mine too.
Yeah.
But pay attention to it. It doesn't do any good if you have the your little
chip deal.
Chip on the outside of the sleeve. Make sure you put it on the inside of the sleeve.
Right.
I mean, little things like that. But just pay attention. Pay attention to vehicles behind you. Make sure you don't. If it appears that you're being followed or you think you're being followed, you can always drive to the Roswell Police Department. You can always come to the Travis County Sheriff's Office, New Mexico State Police Office. Go somewhere where and when you pull in, don't get out of the vehicle when you get there. You can call 911. You can call dispatch. Have them on the line and let them know that you're on your way there. We will have people, and I say we as in any law enforcement agency, will have people waiting for you.
And if you're not near one of those places, major public places,
that's right.
Places with lots of traffic, lots of people,
that's right.
A lot of eyeballs. That's
right.
your best bet.
And another thing, keep in mind, we do not call. I'm sure you saw here recently. We do not call and tell you that you owe us money for missing court. Missing jury duty, missing any of that stuff.
That's all scam calls.
That's a scam. Mm-hmm. It is a scam. And nobody needs your routing number and your account number to make sure that you have a legal account in order to give you $1 million.
Yep.
Okay, it's a scam.
Anybody,
Don't do it.
Anything that they're asking for something that you a credit card number, social security number, any of that.
A raffle you didn't put in on, that's a scam.
Yeah,
that's a rule of thumb right there. Just don't do it.
And like you said, if especially if you get something claiming from any law enforcement, sheriffs, police, state, whatever, if you any question, hang up, call the agency in question, and they'll be happy to tell you if that's legitimate.
And the reason why they're using two things: the scare tactic, and they're trying to get it done in a hurry. So they're trying to make you believe that you have a limited amount of time to make a decision, a life-altering decision, and they're trying to scare you into losing your freedom. The one thing that scares everybody, I don't care who you are, losing your freedom. And so when they tell you, well, there's two ways to handle it. We can handle it either through a monetary, you can pay a fine now, or, we're going to have to put a warrant out for you and come and arrest you. If they tell you, are you so-and-so that lives at such and such address, 123 name street, for example, tell them, if you have my address, mail it to me.
Right, exactly.
Mail it to me.
Just mail it
and
to
I'll,
me.
And I'll take a look at it, and the guy that I dealt with at the end, he goes, yeah, this is a scam, go die. Okay. My goal was to waste as much of his time as possible.
Absolutely.
And to get as much information from it. Are we ever going to find him? No. They use an encrypted.
Sure.
It's amazing.
But if the way I see it is, it's kind of like OPSEC in military. And what I mean by that is if you can get a little information to share it with the people trying to, and so basically maybe what little time you got, they can learn a little bit kind of thing and say, maybe I can get a crack in the armor.
Counterintelligence is the key.
You're never going to get the whole game plan in one thing, but put that together with a thing from another call, and next thing you know, you got a game plan there.
You get a little more info.
So that's you're right, and this is no different than when we're in the computer age, and there's whoever builds the mousetrap, there's always someone trying to build a way to get out of the mousetrap.
The same companies that make radars for law enforcement make the radar detectors for civilians. So remember, it's
what's the running joke about who makes the best viruses? The people that make the virus
that put out the virus
scans. Yeah.
Exactly, that's right. I don't think I need that. Oh, really? Okay, upload that, sir. Can we help you now?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the way it's a money making scam.
It's no different, and it's no different.
That's
but
right.
You got to be leery of, or be mindful of it, and be on guard, and certainly and certainly if you get I haven't heard many lately, but there was a rash about a year ago where they tell you that you have a relative in jail or something,
or they have someone call and they're screaming, and and here's the other thing with this AI and everything, you can take a picture and put a background and do all these crazy things, and you can also, if somebody has a personalized, you've reached such and such a phone number, blah blah blah, they can take that soundbite, and I don't know how but they can put that voice to some kind of verbiage. Next thing you know, you're calling somebody else saying, please help me. I've been kidnapped, and they want money and everything. And then you're getting a phone call saying, hey, are you okay? Yeah, why? Well, you're kidnapped. Well, if you call work kidnapped, I don't know. Or if you call the grocery store kidnapped, or whatever.
They're paying me, but I don't want to be here.
And so that happens. So with this new technology, I'm a very pen to paper guy.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of the technology. I just need to. It takes me. I want to learn it.
Sure.
And I surround myself with people that are professionals in areas that I am not.
Right.
And what I mean by that is I have this. The IT is there for a reason. I don't know IT stuff, but they do. They're the
you can
professionals
appreciate
at
it, but
That's
you're
right.
not gonna.
No,
the whole ever.
I'm still trying to hook up a surround sound for my TV in my office.
And I think that's pretty much every person in their 40s to 50s range thinks like that, I think. Just because we had a foot in the other world.
We did.
And that's how we learned getting in. And so we retrain our but whereas people younger than us, where they were literally, it's like the it's like face it. It's like that we grew up watching cable TV. Now everything's on it. It's just different.
Everything
things.
now they watch TV on their phones and everything, and you're like, what are you watching?
But we're used to manual stuff. And
That's right.
Things, knobs and switches.
And like you said, our era, I think it's a little rougher for our era because we're the same age. Our parents, they were strictly from that paper pen era. Our kids now are from this technology era.
Yeah.
We are 1 foot on each side of the fence here.
We're the creamy stuff in the middle.
Yeah, so we know that, hey, man, this is helpful over here, but we know this is reliable.
Right.
When
it broke, don't fix it. Yeah.
So we get frustrated real easy saying, well, I tried it and I tried the directions, but it doesn't work. fix it.
Well, that's the same thing at work here. It's like, I know this thing. It's kind of like my automation. I've been using this other one.
Yeah, you were telling me you have a new one now.
15 years, and this one's like relearning radio all over again. And I like it, but I'm complaining the whole time.
Yeah. No. We're learning the whole time. There's a difference. We're not complaining. We're learning.
Yeah.
We're critiquing.
Exactly. Yes.
We call it critiquing, right?
Learning out loud.
That's right. With zest.
That's right. Exactly. But it's just that's how things are. But
That's
I get you can appreciate it. But you're right too. It's and that's as the sheriff's department, what you guys do. It's like you're obviously not an expert in everything. That's why you have this, and leaders rely on the tools around them to do that. So
that's exactly right.
As far as just other stuff outside of holidays, is there any other stuff you guys are seeing, or anything we need to kind of let people know about?
Yeah, absolutely. We've like I said before, we've had our cameras catch several stolen vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
So this time of year, you have a lot more stolen vehicles because they are able to locate them and things like that. We are seeing a little more person-on-person crime activity, and what I mean by that is your domestics and things such as that. As the temperature gets colder,
people get
are
indoors
inside.
And,
They stay longer, and you're getting ready to have a week this next week where you're going to see relatives that you haven't seen in forever. People are going to show up that still hold grudges and things like that. So we anticipate that. We generally see an influx of that. But I'll tell you, remember, it's having the last word or trying to prove a point isn't worth your freedom, your life, or anything like that. It's
before you get mad, take a pause, go outside and take a stroll.
That's right.
Just decompress.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Thanksgiving, the holidays, it's a lot of time and family, but drinking starts happening. Family that you hadn't seen in a while starts happening. Put it this way, I know we live in a polarized political climate, and guess what? Family don't agree, and they're going to be fighting about politics.
That's a great thing about America.
Yeah. By the way, the football game's on, and we're drinking, and that'll happen.
And that just adds to it.
And then stupid fights happen.
That's right.
Uncle so-and-so said something, and then we got
your team's never been any good.
And so these things happen. So, and then, on top of the drinking, and then just the stresses of the holidays, and, what that brings out.
Absolutely.
So just take a breath, be mindful, say, hey, I'm going to kick back and maybe I'll go watch a rerun of the parade for a minute and take out of my head for a little bit here.
Do they still do
They do in the morning.
Parade?
Yeah, it's
tells you how much TV I watch.
Well, they tape delay it, so because I grew up on the East Coast, so it'd come on live, and now, but I think it comes on at 8 in the morning here, which is actually like 2 hours behind when it actually.
So it would have been 6 o'clock time over there, or 8 o'clock over there, so it's 10 here.
With the internet, you could probably see Santa like 4 times.
Yeah, he just jumped time zones exactly. Yeah. With this new technology.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, they still do it. But my big problem is I don't recognize any of the balloons anymore. Like all the balloons I know, it's like there's Snoopy, there's Olive Oil. Now it's all the cartoons. It's like, who the heck's that balloon?
Yeah, what is that? What is that balloon?
And then they're like, here's an old classic, and it's one that was like brand new when I saw it. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Here's one from yesterday's years, and it's like 10 years ago. And we're thinking that now you're really making us feel old.
Yeah, but yeah, most of it's like, is that a I don't even know. It's like, is that a Sonic? What is that thing? I have no idea what that is. I don't know.
I cracked a joke the other day at the I said, who do they think they are? Ponch and John from Chips? And they're like that.
Who's that?
What? And I said, Ponch and John. They said, who? I said, okay, hold on. I had to pull it up on my phone and pull up the intro song and all that.
You know what? Last Christmas, I went back and visited my brother for Christmas and everything, and so we were staying at his place, and downstairs in his where we were staying, they have a little TV room, and it was just hooked up to like a free pick up stuff. But I was scrolling through his stuff.
Antennas.
Yeah, and we have all those channels, like digital channels. So I was scrolling through there, and I found one that had nothing but episodes of Chips.
Yes.
I swear to God, I sat down for almost 3 hours of watching Chips, and I was like,
Chips, Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, it was like, but here's the thing that got me. Yes, it was from back in the late 70s, early 80s, but it was still like the topics and the thing was like kind of relevant.
Doesn't it go around?
Yeah,
yes, life is a circle.
I mean, okay, the pants are tighter and everything else is on here, but the things they're doing and the issues they're talking about are kind of very. You could drop right into 2025 and it would seamlessly kind of
just change the uniform a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, I forgot how dreamy Ponch was till I started watching it. Because he was a stud, man.
You know, and some of those people, they just look like they don't age.
I know.
And granted, I get it. You know, some may have had work or something done, but you ever come across those little deals that say, where are they now?
Yeah.
You know, and you see what they look like then and now what they look like. And some of them you wouldn't even recognize.
And by the way, Chris Pine's dad was one of the stars of
That's
Chips.
exactly right.
He was the cap or sergeant or whatever.
He was the
I don't know. Was he a captain? Was he a captain or something? He was in charge of the precinct there. So that's Chris Pine's dad. For anybody who cares, but
I mean, it's. I watched that the other day, but it's funny how this era they're like that. Who is that?
Oh, I love Chips.
Okay, then here's your homework.
Yeah.
You know,
I was a kid watching Chips, man. That was one of the I remember that was one of the you know, because it was prime time.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think it was like a Thursday night show or something. It was a prime time.
And it was right around 5:30, something like that.
Yeah.
And then I remember getting out of school and Gilligan's Island was on at 3:30 or 4 o'clock. So I would, you know, I'd get home and I'd you know, sit in front of the TV and have Gilligan's Island. And, you know, I mean, it's a long time ago.
I remember when I was really young, like 5, and I'd be staying at my grandmother's house, and this is how I knew the TV. At 3 o'clock, they used to show the old Superman, the old black and white.
The black and white.
And that's how it started my day.
Where it starts where he's standing and the cape is blowing and everything.
Faster than the speeding bullet, the whole thing. Is it George Reeves or whoever that was? That one? Yeah. That I remember watching that old black and white Superman, and then it kind of rolled into the other stuff.
And you'd hear it in the other room, and you'd have to take off. I got to sit down. There it is. That was their catch-all. I think a lot of them had that, something that would catch your attention from the other room, so you'd come running in to watch it.
Yeah. And Gumby too. I caught a lot of Gumby. I think that was a morning thing. But I saw.
I think it was
Gumby for people that knew Gumby and Pokey.
You know, I never watched Gumby or any of these others. We went through Alamogordo, Tularosa the other day, and they have all the cars. And I remember, you know, watching with my grandson, watching cars, and so I know who Mater is and the Mater Tales and things, but there were some other ones in there that I was like, who is that? So I have to come back just out of curiosity. Here I am, you know,
doing the referencing.
52-year-old man going, I got to watch this. Pull it up on YouTube.
I've kind of, because I don't watch a lot of cartoons, but then sometimes, you know, with other kids, you end up watching things, and like I remember a couple years ago watching the superhero family one. What are they called? Incredibles?
Yeah, the Incredibles.
That's the one. And I watched it. And I was like, I'm a grown adult, but I kind of enjoyed this. You know, I was like, I feel like I shouldn't like this, but
are
we
you
ended up
watching that again?
Second.
No, I just wanted to clarify something.
Well, it was good enough where Kim and I, my wife went to the theater with me, and we saw the second one when it came in. Because the first one we saw like with the kids and the DVD or whatever, and we kind of dug it. And then right after that, the second one came in there. It's like, I don't know about you, let's go see it. Why not? You know,
let's see what happens.
We went and did it. So I felt comfortable going with my wife. If I was going by myself, I would have like.
Yeah, we would look like the weirdo, right?
I would have. I mean, one of your deputies would have visited me.
Yeah,
I would have not looked right.
We'd have gotten calls.
Yeah, exactly. So, but real quick, better. I just saw time. We better wrap this up here. But folks, if anybody, you know, if please be smart out there. And then of course too, if you need any help, don't hesitate.
Don't hesitate to give us a call. 624-6500. We're hiring.
I will say,
we're taking applications.
Still, recruiting.
In fact, I know that Lieutenant Sanchez is going to be doing some testing today.
Okay.
And some interviews this afternoon. So if you're interested in a career in law enforcement,
when's your next academy group going?
The next one will be in January.
Okay, so you're gearing up to.
We're gearing up for January.
So if you start now,
that's right.
Getting your training in, we could probably get you into that January academy.
That's right.
Now.
We'll have they'll have a pre-assessment date set up, and then once that's completed, and you fulfill your entrance, then the academy starts. I think it's the later part of January this year.
And obviously, you know, when you get down, and this is the thing, is that they'll use this next month and a half here or whatever we got left
to prep you
and really get you. You know, by the time you go to the actual law enforcement academy, you're going to be fully versed and fully understanding what you're going to be doing.
That's right.
And I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but it's going to be much easier with an understanding of what you're doing and what they're expecting from you and what you know and what your training's going to involve.
That's exactly right. And keep in mind that yes, you know, you're an investment for the department, but we also invest, and we want to invest in you.
Absolutely.
And that is through your time, your training, your physical fitness, all the things to get you prepared, because we don't want to send you up there and have you sent back, obviously. We want to prepare you as best as we can on our side, and of course you're going to have to do your side of the work as well.
You could.
But we want to prepare you as best as we can so that you have a higher probability of success. And with that, it comes, you may be right on the edge of passing the push-ups or the sit-ups or the run or things like that. Come out, apply, do the testing anyway. We have some time to work on that with you so that whenever that time comes around for the pre-assessment, you're prepared for it.
Well, and here's the thing too is, like I said, we got a month to get you ready here.
That's right.
Maybe you're not going in January. Maybe we'll see you in 6 months from now.
And we have up to a year. We have up to a year to send you. And, we would prefer to send you at the beginning of your year.
Sure.
Because if something were to happen, injuries occur, things such as that are out of our control and out of your control as a
chance
deputy
to
or an applicant.
rehab from that. Yeah.
You can rehab from that and go to the next academy. Whereas you don't want to be that person that is stuck at the end and say it's do or die now. You have to get this done or you're not gonna make it.
Gotcha.
And so that just adds a little more stress, and it's kind of like a savings account. It's always good to have it. You may never need it, but if you do, it's there.
Absolutely. And the more and plus it just says to be honest, it gets your first real taste of what the camaraderie and the
That's right.
We know about the day job of a police officer, but the behind the scenes and the people and what makes, at the end of the day, what makes a lot of law enforcement officers become law enforcement officers.
That's right.
So
and I had one of my new deputies last night, McCormick. He was out at one of the schools doing the reading with a couple of other ones, and the reason why I want them doing that is because I want them to two things: get them more familiar with dealing with people. This is a people job. And you get out and you talk to people. You visit with. This is a people job. This isn't a behind the scenes. This is a people job. And the other thing is I want the public to recognize and see him.
Yep.
And start being familiar with his face, because now he becomes approachable.
Sure.
We all work here. We all live here. We're all here together.
Yep.
And you want to be and you need to be approachable. And on that first name.
In people's worst moments, sometimes a friendly face is the best thing that can happen to them at that moment.
That's right. And I don't want the only time that someone sees a deputy show up is in a time of crisis.
Right, time of
because
bad.
then you never want to see him show up.
Yeah.
We do show up for good things also.
That's when I want to see him at the Halloween event or church event or whatever is going on.
That's exactly right.
So, but if anyone's interested in applying, what's the first step?
If anyone's interested in applying, go to Chaves County to the website.
Okay.
And you're going to get on Indeed. You're going to apply through that. It will go through HR. They'll do their bit with it, and then they send it over. Lieutenant Sanchez, he's doing all my hiring and testing and everything right now. So he will go through it and he will contact you. He'll get you set up with a date and a time.
Good deal.
That'll work best for your schedule to do some testing.
Begin the process.
Physical fitness testing, a written test, and then an interview, and then we begin the background beyond that.
Good deal.
So again, if you're interested, you can also call 624-6500. Ask for Lieutenant Jacob Sanchez.
Okay.
He is the one that is handling all of our applications.
All right.
And if there's anything I can do for you, 624-6500, 575-840-3353.
And don't hesitate to, if you see a deputy, having lunch or not in the middle engaged in an actual call or something, and talk to them. Ask them about their life as a deputy, and they'll be happy to tell you. So.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Well, thank you, sir.
TGIF.
You have an amazing, and if I don't see you between now and next week, happy Thanksgiving with you and your family.
Absolutely.
And we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Same to you all, Chaves County. Please stay safe. Be careful. Remember, with the holidays coming and going, be here for the next holidays that are coming and going. So stay safe and God bless.
Excellent. Well, thank you, sir. We'll see you next time.
I'm Jared Cirillo. The Eddy County Commission has approved a request for proposals to solicit competitive bidding from qualified firms for the construction of a new jail. The project will be located at 1501 Corrales Drive in Carlsbad. The current jail, built in 1993. It was updated in 2002 and again in 2012. But despite the upgrades, the Sheriff's Office says the jail continues to face significant structural and operational challenges. A 2019 facility report identified a number of critical deficiencies, including outdated systems, capacity concerns, and design constraints that no longer meet safety or operational standards. An outbreak of equine herpes virus has been confirmed in New Mexico, where affected horses showed fever and neurologic symptoms. Additional minor cases have been reported in Arizona, all of which are currently under quarantine. The horses all attended this year's WPRA World Finals and Elite Barrel Race event in Waco, Texas, in early November. The horses in Oklahoma participated in the Barrel Futurities of America event in Guthrie, Oklahoma on November 17th and 18th before the rest of the event was canceled. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Happy Victory Monday. With your Cowboys report, I'm Christy Scales. It was a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde game for the Cowboys, who fell behind 21-0 to the Eagles before rallying for 24 unanswered points in the win. Details after this.
I'm home. Hey, Mom, before you ask, I've done my homework and the dishwasher's unloaded.
Nice. Hey, can you... Hey, hon, yes, I've got the finale ready to play. Here's your wine.
Wow.
Isn't it nice not having to ask? We think so. That's why if there's a network interruption, AT&T will proactively credit you for a full day of service. Guaranteed. Credit for fiber downtime lasting 20 minutes or more, or for wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for details.
A true Dallas Cowboys fan is there for the journey and the destination. This is the season to make your journey count by flying through McAllen International Airport, the South Texas airport of the Dallas Cowboys. Whether you're flying down for McAllen's award-winning fall and holiday festivals, or you're a South Texas fan flying up to cheer the Cowboys on, make your journey as satisfying as your destination at the South Texas airport of the Dallas Cowboys. McAllen International Airport, above, beyond, at McAllenAirport.com.
Turnovers, penalties, and self-inflicted wounds put the Cowboys in a 21-0 hole at home to the Eagles yesterday. But Dak Prescott threw to George Pickens for a touchdown late in the second quarter, and it was a prelude to a second-half tsunami as the boys stormed back with 24 unanswered points in their win, which was capped by Brandon Aubrey's 42-yard walk-off field goal. And credit the Cowboys' defense for a second-half shutout. Osa Odighizuwa's sack of Jalen Hurts late in the fourth quarter forced a punt and set up the offense, which capitalized.
This is Coach Lynn from the Roswell Coyotes, and let me tell you, Roswell Nissan's got a championship roster this season. Let's see what lineup we're working with.
In at freshman, the Nissan Kicks, named best budget car, a solid starter that delivers big league value. Here comes your sophomore, the Rogue, crowned best compact SUV, dependable, versatile, and ready to take on the field. In at JV, the Pathfinder, a top safety pick award winner. This player protects your whole team. And the varsity, the Powerhouse Armada, best in class SUV built for real strength and commanding performance.
20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Coyotes!
Roswell Nissan's got 165 players in their lineup to choose from, and they're all ready to score big for you. With rates as low as 0% and no payments for 90 days, it's your time to get in the game. Looks like we're set for one heck of a season with this lineup, so come down to Roswell Nissan and join the winning team.
Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an